Oh,
We're
it's in front of us.
live.
I didn't know where the camera was.
I told you it was. Oh God.
I thought it was over there. That's why I kept looking.
Ah.
What up, everybody? Welcome in. If you ain't in yet, you'll get here, I'm sure. Who we got? Night Dream.
Just went out.
Roger, welcome.
See in just a minute. Let me get the.
We got a noob here tonight.
Hello.
So do you have to manually send them?
Oh, I do.
Yeah,
I don't have to,
because
but
of the
I do to make
notifications.
sure everybody says
They
hi.
take forever. We've actually had live streams go, and then people would get
Dude,
the
we've sat
notifications
and
the next
then
day.
yeah,
Really?
yeah.
So if you manually send them, they send out quick.
So through Messenger,
Yes.
yeah, just share it through Messenger and whatnot.
So Crystal is always busy behind scenes, except for my own live
It
stream.
says Night Train.
I wondered why you're always on the iPad. A little bit.
This is why I'm always on the iPad. This is where I always keep track of
So we got
everything.
3 watching. Welcome. I don't know why it says Mike's waiting. Never seen
He says he's waiting.
Oh, okay. I didn't know because it'll pop up and tell me, hey, people are in here that you're not sub to or something like that. It's weird. So guys, want to welcome Dr. Watson in the house.
What up?
So we had to have the doctor come to the house.
Yep. House call.
So tonight he's going to be
What?
talking.
House call.
He's going to be rebuilding his Kiss. God forgive him. That might be nice. But anyway, he's going to be overhauling his Kiss V2 Alien. He flies the straight up Mr. Steel stuff. You guys know Steel's old rigs. You're going to see.
Well, hold up.
many
Not
of them tonight.
straight up Mr. Steel, because I don't rock the PDB.
His mustache was curled, but he pulled it down with hairspray.
We're gonna have to get you some of that.
Beeswax?
Yeah.
Michael
mustache
McReynolds,
wax. I thought about it.
And he cuts carbon, so he'll be able to tell y'all all about that. As he's working, he can't work and talk, so as he breaks,
Not multitasking.
he might sign around. You can do it. I got you doing it. He wires houses every day, so God help those people.
I feel bad for some of them.
I'm gonna have to go back and look and see how many parts y'all have returned.
Yeah, because Crystal, you guys know, works at ED Supply, so Doc ends up going to ED Supply and getting parts.
We only have one guy that goes to ED, so he probably returns a lot of stuff.
But we hope it's going to be a good show. You're going to get to see why and how you should overhaul your quads, because I fly just about every weekend with Doc, and you guys know we do not fly easy. We put our quads through hell, and his quad has been through hell and back probably about 12 different times since I've met him. So,
Yeah, definitely those two.
but we'll get some people in, and we'll get into
We
the camera
have
on.
Thomas in.
Thomas.
Night Train is making burgers.
Nice.
Oh, Thomas is on his phone. He can't type very fast.
I'm hungry, Mike.
Do the talk to text thing. E-Drone said, "Sup, Doc."
Y'all see my
Sorry,
unicorn
couldn't
right
help
here?
What up? I'm so mad. They're so quiet. I was hoping they were going to be noisier.
No.
Adam, what's
You
up,
complained
babe?
about it.
Hello,
Like,
welcome.
it's nothing like the chainsaw I have in my bedroom.
Now, at times they do get loud, like certain things they're doing. Like, actually, that's the PPG, so it's kind of not really working hard, it's just going around that shell. When it kind of builds something that's going back and forth.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then you have 2 of them going at the same time. It still probably ain't nothing to the CNC machine.
I don't know. That thing's just, it's a demon.
Eric
Right.
said the colors look sick, bro. Well, you know, we couldn't let you
Rainbow.
guys down because tonight we're going to be watching an Alien rebuild. So you guys are going to see a lot of the mat, but you won't see the LEDs that are behind it like you usually do. So we had to
Right
turn
now.
that one on and, you know, just let you guys see it.
We can get my water. So, yeah, so
Oh, I want something to drink. Oh, shit, I should've brought
he's
my
got to tear it completely
Water
apart.
or do?
water right now.
He's gonna they're complete rigs. He's not doing both. He's gonna do one night. He's gonna tear it completely down and just use his plate that he actually cut, which is cool.
Yeah.
Right here.
These are mine that I made. Actually, we have some of the prototype cuts too. So
Okay.
before I cut carbon, because carbon's pretty expensive, I actually do a lot of test cuts on these boards. And you can kind of see, like, this was my first cut, and then I streamlined it to cut a lot less, so it speed up the process, and that was really the good ones here. And they don't look much different from each other, but I went into AutoCAD and modified a lot of the things, made changes to the hole sizes, because come to find out, even though you use 3mm screws, the holes for these plates are not 3mm. They're 2.8, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when it's not really tight, you're going to get excess vibration in the frame, which then causes jello in your camera. So I was more focused on making sure that my frame was solid enough to where it was as good as the Alien, if not a little better in some ways.
So now this machine that you use, the CNC machine, something like a 3D printer, something you can set up, easy to set up, costly?
I think I spent about 170 on the tabletop CNC machine, and I'm really making it overwork, but it does its job. I mean, if you look at this, and Chris can tell you, I mean, that looks like a solid plate all day.
And you guys know the frames I built Aliens, the flex on it, like the strength is there. I mean, it's unbelievable.
And the cool thing is I don't have to use this carbon if I don't like it. I can always go to another company, another brand. I can always find another 2mm. There's so many brands out there that are making just laminated carbon.
So you say you paid roughly 160, 180 for your machine. So say if next time you bought one, what would you spend? Probably 250, 300 maybe?
Oh no, I'd definitely probably be in the grands.
So you know that much about it now. You want to?
Well, the thing is you're not going to leave tabletop world until you pass 800. And if I'm going to get something, I'm going to get something nice. But at this moment in time, unless I was probably going a little commercial or making a little bit more money off of it, if any, I'm not making anything obviously right now, but if I was going to make money, then I would start investing into something that I know would at least pay itself back in a year or two.
Gotcha. It's good. Like I said, a lot of people that when I met them with the quads, they're like, man, I'm gonna start cutting my own frames. I got this coming, and man, I'm gonna be selling frames next year. Doc wasn't like that. He's like, I'm just gonna make some designs. And the Alien, he loves flying, as you guys see in his videos and our meetups or whatnot. So the parts are coming hard to find. You guys know that fly to Aliens. Sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not. And what was it, the K brackets?
Yeah, so this is an interesting thing. The K brackets that Impulse RC used to use for the Aliens, they actually just stopped. Well, they didn't stop manufacturing them, but they ended up making a new one that doesn't have this nice. I have one over here somewhere hiding. If I can find it in my front row. Oh, there we go. Oh. So they stopped doing this really nice system. And I don't know if it's too easy to see, but they have these notches in here. And each one is an increment. And when you use it in conjunction, and thank God you had one sitting here, with this camera backplate, this actually will screw to the back of the camera, and it will lock in to these notches and set a certain camera degree. And that way you don't have to worry about, even during a crash or while flying, it will not move on you.
Show my 6-inch. My 6-inch is a perfect example of why those brackets make sense. You know how my camera moves on it?
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't have no brackets.
Yeah, so, but you do have the notching system, you're just not using it. So
right.
What he's using, and I don't know if it's easy to see, but he's literally just using one bolt to hold on to this camera, and I can just literally move this camera. There you go, -30.
And
look at that depressed boy.
And everyone knows in these bigger frames like that, if you're not into that bracket using it, we know every time you bump or something, you can only get it so tight. So I got the brackets over here, and that's what I'm going to use on mine. And I actually print the little TPU pieces on it. So between him cutting the carbon and me printing the parts, pretty much got it going on.
Thomas Curtis says, AutoCAD, you're speaking my language. Raz made it in.
Ray.
Well, AutoCAD, I have one pet peeve is, and I think it's Fusion 360 that the company that makes AutoCAD has moved to, and I've yet to quote unquote not pirate it.
Fusion 360 is tough. I want to try it.
I want it though. But
okay,
I don't
go on.
want to do the year trial. I want it permanent.
No. It's easy. So go on there, download it, and then you're going to go in, and then they're going to ask you what is your intentions on doing it. You're going to tell them you're a student. They'll give you it all, as long as they know you're not there to make money on it. Exactly how
Yeah,
I
but
got
isn't that like a 3-year limited thing? I'm
it.
pretty sure it is.
I think
'cause
it
that's
is a
what,
limited, and you had a, yeah.
and that's why I decided to go to AutoCAD. That's a little older, just to make it work.
That makes sense.
But my pet peeve with AutoCAD is it
I
doesn't
got it.
have a CAM program, which is a computer automated machining, which you have to first off then take your CAD design, which is computer automated design, go through a CAM.
Fusion is free for the hobbyist.
Yeah, but how long? It's like a 3-year
How
thing.
long, Thomas?
I say, I think
Yeah,
Thomas
because
is the one that
I
got
already
me.
looked into this.
He said Fusion is free for the hobbyist. Autodesk. He said, and free for startups as long as you don't make 100,000.
Yeah, but I think it's
You're gonna
3
make more
years.
than that.
Oh yeah, I wish. But anyway, the system I have now works, and I might switch over to Fusion 360 later in life. But so what I use is I use AutoCAD for the CAD design, and then I use I think it's called StockWorks, and that's so I take my CAD design, I transition it over into StockWorks, and StockWorks has a beautiful CAM program that works really well. It's super simple. My only issue with it is it wants to keep turning everything metric into standard, then have to convert it back into metric. But that's just a process I do every time I want to take something over, and it's not that terrible. And then I have something, I think it's called Candlelit, and that's what directly talks to my CNC machine. And my CNC machine actually came with Candlelit. And
See, I use Cura just to talk to the printer,
Yeah.
so it's kind of just like that. I get you.
yeah, and that just pretty much I load the file in, it does its job, and it either works or doesn't work and fights with me and falls
How
apart.
tight is it on like scale when you do it and cut it? Kind of is that that's what this is for, though, right?
It does
Start
it
cutting it.
amazing.
That's how Cura is. Cura is like right there on the spec. as far
Yeah,
as
and that's what I was really scared of, but it does it so good. My biggest issue is I found that bits will not cut the exact size the bit is rated for. Like a
I gotcha.
3mm bit is going to cut like a 3.2 hole. And I'm just assuming that's the vibration in the machine, and it's a cheap machine, so it's going to get, roughness out of it.
Gotcha.
So there's ways to trick it by putting smaller bits in or going into AutoCAD and making the hole smaller, and then everything works. And that's what I've really just came to the solution of is, it's not going to work perfectly your first time. You're going to have to, make it work, especially when you're doing something, trying to do something so expensive, so cheap.
Right. So you definitely have to have some skills in CAD to cut your own carbon.
Oh yeah.
Because there's not like Thingiverse, kind of like I cheap out and just go to Thingiverse.
Yeah. No, it's and I designed it by literally taking a micrometer and measuring every single piece.
He's gonna do that with the Apex for me, actually.
Yeah, we're gonna do
And
that.
we're gonna have that on spec. We need a part, just cut it. So that's pretty cool that you're able to do that, though. It's like awesome because most people, like I said, I heard a lot of people want to get into it, but their mind spec was to get into it and make money. Yours is to replenish what you're breaking and whatever. So.
Yeah, and keep old parts in circulation, and to be able to, if I find a flaw in the design of the alien or something I want to add or subtract, I can.
Right.
And I don't know if we have any people talking or asking questions.
Crystal's on it.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Night Train said he absolutely loves the camera mount on the alien. It is so solid. Chuck It says, "What's up?"
Chuck it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you like this foam camera mount? That's original.
No, I think he's talking about the K bracket that you were talking about originally.
Oh, okay.
And Thomas says to let you know when you have Fusion, click on the buy link in the fine print. Under there, there's a little button that says about qualifying for other options, and he's had it on his PC personally for years.
Oh, really?
So there you go.
I thought when you said there might have been a time limit, but then I thought that once I opt into the student
that's
thing,
one of the good things about the drone network. What one of us doesn't know The others fill in the blanks for
And
you.
then once
Can't
you
I
learn
just pirate
fusion,
it,
you
though?
can help me
I
out
want
with
to pirate
it.
it. I don't even care if it's free. I just want to pirate it. Just let me have it forever. Let me have a cracked version.
Well, it depends on how good you are.
Chuck
Just fire
said
that stuff up.
he,
Dude, I've tried to
he
find it.
watched Doc roll his eyes on the thought of measuring that apex.
I know, it's just going to suck. You don't know the hours I spent
Hater.
getting my Apex. Or, not my Apex, but my Alien.
See where his mind's
measure
at?
that.
Well, he's like, yep. I'll
He'll call me up.
shit.
He'll call
I'll
me
be
up
like,
one
"Uh-huh."
day. He'll show me a picture one day. I have a full Apex sitting there on the table. I know this guy.
The nice thing about the Apexes, due to the fact the bottom plates are separated, I can actually save carbon by like pretty much cutting
Right?
them together.
And look how strong that is, how light that plate is. So that their plates are smaller. It's only going to be, you know what I mean, that much stronger. So, well, if you guys are ready, we'll get to see this guy at work because I've never seen him work on his stuff neither. I don't know.
It's gonna be
I
bad.
think it's all steel, like kits or something. You kind of click together like the snap together model thing. So.
Shit, I wish.
Thomas said Fusion is also dynamic design, so it's easy to update stuff early in the design and it will update the whole way through. And if you're looking for another CAD program, another cheap one is called DraftSite.
I just like AutoCAD because it's so like dummy proof.
See, that's where that's me. So I gotta have something user friendly because when it's like Thomas has tried to show me Fusion 360, I picked up when we did it that last time. Thomas, I did show me a little bit more, but I have it if you want to play with it one day. Just
Yeah, maybe.
see what you do with it.
Yeah, like it's just AutoCAD is just so good. It just works.
And your brother E-Drone said watch them likes, and they went from like 7 likes to like 13 likes.
Nice.
So thank you, E-Drone. He said,
Appreciate you.
love you, brother. I'm
Used,
proud of all you've accomplished.
Used all 5 computers.
Tilt you down here
Oh yeah. To the alien army.
to the alien army.
So the goal is to make one of these. I haven't really decided. This guy, both of them need bottom plates. I don't know if
Yummy.
it's. Yeah, that one's delicious. Look at that bottom plate.
Hey Chuck, that was the windmill I told you.
Yeah, that's what happened. That's why that guy's really like. That's how it was actually when I crashed. It was like that, and I kind of like flattened it out. Oh, do?
I gotta bring you out a little bit further.
But that's how it
I'm
was.
messed up right now. Oh, I'll get you back, guys.
No.
You just gotta hold your hand in a little further to get under the camera. Oh, there we go. There you go.
Yeah, but that's how it happened during the crash. It was like all flipped up. And in reality, if the plate was like brand new, that wouldn't have happened. But over time, the bottom plates right here in the front slowly get grinded down to nothingness, and then they have a weak point during these little triangles here. And that's when they break. And
Well, watching you fly in person, I don't understand why they get grinded down at all.
what are you
Nah.
talking about? I don't like grind my quad against concrete or anything.
Yeah, you don't like bump it against things and.
Nah.
Mm-mm.
But the goal is to make one of these guys here look like this.
Ooh,
Brand new, freshly built, hasn't even been plugged in yet.
Yummy.
Yeah. Wonder if we should plug it in just to see if it catches on fire.
We can do that at the end of the show. Make a plate and see.
Does it work?
Oh, I got a battery. Can we plug it in?
Oh, and this guy,
You want to do
This
6
one.
or 4?
this happened. Chris ripped this apart. This is Chris's fault.
Yeah, I tried to solder it out in the field. He would punch this quad. It would go, oh, because he had nothing left on the wire that was connected to the PDB. It was just like touch it, brittle, fall right off. The other one, when he throttled, you heard, it kind of made the normal quad sound.
I don't know which one I should rebuild. Both of them have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, I would say.
Let's do this one just because I want to get that resoldered.
That's probably the worst hurt one.
Yeah, they both need bottom plates, but bottom plates aren't the world's worst thing to replace. All right, so
the contender. Oh, he's got him locked down. I was gonna say, if you guys know too, he uses the popo.
I try to use the popos a lot. They don't have them. Do you have a little?
Yeah, it's right there. See,
Oh, this thing.
that thing kind of sucks, but
Make it work. You know how many times I've rebuilt quads without ever taking the props off the motors? Just annoyed about it, like worked around it.
You see all mine, I have props on. I keep them on, work one, I just pull the arm off. I mean, I keep the prop on all the time. I'm lazy. I know we shouldn't do that, right, guys?
I don't know about you, but I flash my ESCs with the props on. I trust my quads.
Well, you see me straight try to take me out one day at the park. So
Now remember, guys, this is a KISS quad.
Yes.
Keep it super secret.
Heck yeah. What the heck?
You hammer.
Oh no, I'm retarded.
I told you that thing. So there's a black handle. See it right there?
Lucy?
See the black handle?
Yeah.
That'll work a lot.
No, it's not that. It's actually the motor's just locked on there. This thing's like rusted.
Birdman is in the house.
There we go.
Birdman.
Let's see if I can lose this one.
Hey, I ain't forgot you on them prints. I'm just slowly getting them up and back into printing now. So you're next on the table for the yellow. I got you going on for that.
Yellow.
Yeah, it's this here. Birdman likes that yellow, so I can print two of the.
Is he Big Bird? Is that like his thing?
No.
Oh, I'm about to say, because that would like make so much sense.
I would, wouldn't it?
Big Bird?
Sesame Street.
Elmo's my homie.
Oh, Lord.
Elmo knows what's up.
Tickle me, Elmo.
Tickle me, Elmo. Nightmares about that. I don't like Elmo.
And I know we got our own Bert and Ernie's out there, so.
Where's your, like, hexes at? Are any of these hexes?
In the drawer, right?
See what happens when you're out of your zone?
Yeah, like, that's what it's going to take it
That
forever.
should be
That's
the
why I,
two.
like,
The
should
main two you need. Not unless you need a smaller one.
I don't know. Oh, yeah, we're good. I might need a smaller one for my little 2.5s here.
2.5s right here. 2.5 and.
No, my 2.5 millimeter screws.
Oh, okay. Need an air gun.
That would be convenient. I'm probably going to keep these antennas because the antennas are holding
Chuck,
up
did you
pretty
recognize the standoffs on that one?
Captain Cook is in the house.
Captain Cook,
Oh, yeah.
welcome.
All those shredded standoffs.
Yeah, they have been taking a beating here lately.
I have not helped them by any means. Yeah, look at how clean that looks.
I know, right? This is not going to look clean long.
Mm-mm. No.
Maybe by the end of the weekend if it's fair.
I want to try those zips. I'm really hoping to have good luck with those zips.
Can y'all see that camera angle?
It's 25.
Tell me.
I'm telling you, it's
Try to get y'all
25.
where y'all can see that.
See, it looks like 25.
He tries to say that's a 25-degree
It's
camera
25.
angle.
Impulse RC says it's 25, so it's 25.
Tell him them glasses are not clearly working that he's got on. That's 35 all day long. Am I right, Chuck? Chuck on now.
Chuck doesn't even use it. He uses a slam bit.
Tell him, Chuck. Serious angle. Tell him, Mike, you run the alien frame. RC Funds, what up, what up? 25 degrees. This guy
It's
is.
25 degrees.
I flew his quad, and it felt like when I did a roll, it's sidekick.
Oh, Chuck, remove your lips.
What'd
He
you say?
said, I don't argue with doctors.
Ah.
Wait, Chuck.
See,
So if that
even Chuck
doctor
knows
said
I'm
that
right.
you were wrong, Mr. Super Trucker, would you argue with that doctor or would you admit you were wrong?
You wouldn't argue with me.
He'd have to argue the fact that he's right.
Chuck knows what's up.
And you guys see the phone block? I've offered this guy TPU mount
Heck
a
no.
million times.
You know what's so nice about my phone blocks? Boom. It's back on there. That's
Till I did that shit, and I bring my quad back, and we'd be like, "Where's my
It's all-
camera at?"
Let's see. Let's try to unplug this thing.
Is that the melted one that you had? that
Later,
we're messing
Thomas.
with on the
Thanks for
carport?
stopping in,
Hey.
babe.
Thanks for stopping by, Thomas.
It got reset. It wasn't not working. It was working. It was on like channel E7 or something.
That freaking VTX is have seen better days. You got a new VTX and all?
No.
Overhaul is everything.
No.
You got to put new ESCs, new motors, new.
No. Oh, Overhaul's like redoing wiring. That's not good.
So some of y'all know Joe Fordo that we hang out with. Well, Fordo run these motors.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
Garbo.
He has thought, hey, you ever rip one of them motors off, man? I ripped a bunch of them off when I had them. Ever since that day, Joe, if you're watching, he rips motors off almost every. Well, there for a while almost every.
Yeah, that was like some bad luck. But those were old motors. Those motors were like 2 years old.
Ever since he said that, you go in there, wham, come back, motor gone.
Nope. Oh,
Well, go get the quad.
Captain Cook said you can Velcro TPU too.
There you go, tell him.
TPU.
This guy is all about the weight, man. I'm telling you.
No, you're gonna have to prove this. Pull that scale out, pop that little foam block on the scale, and pop one of those mounts on the scale.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's see which one's later.
We're not going to embarrass TPU.
Yeah, let's embarrass TPU real quick. How do you get this thing to work? Pop off one of these.
Depending on your fly style, can you hold on to the GoPro?
Yeah, see,
Yes.
Doc flies slower, so it probably stays. But hold on.
Look at him, he just tosses it on there.
Let's get it on grams. It's probably not even going to weigh nothing. 1 gram. We got 1 gram.
You even have one like free willying around
In that bag. No, you can't count that. I'm not going to let you.
That's got extra. No.
What?
That doesn't count. That has extra on it.
What happened to it? Looks like a sponge was in it.
I got one right here. Hang on.
Oh, okay. Let's see how much this one weighs. And I'll even giving you a handicap right now. It's missing something. So
This thing was missing a foot.
ew.
Oh, man, 0 grams. That's not bad.
Look at that, 20 grams. I don't know if they can see that disgusting weight. God, that's gross.
Oh, man.
I could literally have 20 more foam wedges on this thing.
But more secure.
But you guys know one day
We don't talk about this thing.
somebody's
This didn't
GoPro
happen.
7 got ejected from the alien and was laying in a river, and I was this close. He goes, maybe those mounts aren't a bad idea.
Yeah, but I've seen you rip off a lot of them. Like, they tear apart pretty easily.
You do, and it's there. That's why basically, like I said, I print them.
Ray, you're running a Taco Bell, and we're all talking about what we've cooked and our
Taco
cooking.
Bell.
And I mean,
Stock's
RT
favorite
Buns
there.
is making
I
sausages,
love Taco Bell. Let's get this out of the way.
and Night Train's got burgers that he's got done.
I made some burgers and hot dogs earlier today. We ate right before Doc got here. Because normally you wait on this guy, he's like, well, I'll stop and grab something to eat.
Oh.
Hey, I ate some red velvet cake before I got here, thank you.
Where's mine?
Red velvet, right?
It was that much left. And there was no icing on it or anything. It was literally just a slab.
I see how you are.
I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
I was eating it for breakfast.
I see.
Just try to get these.
So which one is your original
Night Train
OG
said,
one?
I'm back.
This one that
later."
we're taking apart right now. This is the OG. We can ever get the OG apart.
So this thing is going to be...
No, this has been rebuilt once now. This has already been rebuilt. This is number 2 rebuild.
Oh, okay.
It's that one over there that's never been rebuilt. That the alien.
I'm wanting to say when I first met him, his quads were looking kind of like this. I got to admit, they were like clean, really looking sharp.
I babied them a lot. I stopped babying them because I
Well,
would.
the first day I met you, you put the standoffs in on the one.
You're right. That was at that hospital, and
Yeah.
that was like my first ever real hard crash. But it was like my
Neil
first
said
ever at a
handicap
bando
mount.
too.
Yeah, right handicap mount. There you go.
Oh my god, I don't even know if I'll be able to take this one apart. It's crying so badly.
Even Captain Cook said, who the fuck has red velvet cake? Come on now. You didn't bring enough to share. You can't talk about it.
All right, fine. I won't talk about it.
He's done ate it.
Too
Can you
damn
believe
late.
this shit?
You done spoke on it now. Everybody's thinking red velvet cake now.
It was red velvet cake and some ramen noodles. Amazing combination.
God
I'm
damn.
down with ramen, so I'm good.
The ramen was lucky I didn't throw the cake in it.
Damn.
Oh, Why do I have to take this
I don't know.
apart?
Maybe I'll make some cookies this weekend and make some lemon cookies and
Why? Lemon cookies. Love
yeah,
lemon
you
cookies.
know, red velvet
Chuck
cake.
said you better not be
Lemon
saying nothing about
cookies.
cinnamon
I'll
cookies.
tell my
Some
I'll tell my mom to
oats.
make more. That's who made it. My mom.
What?
Yeah.
Mm.
I didn't even realize was one of my screws rusted? Do I have a steel screw in here? I do. Look at that. Why is there a steel screw in my aluminum hardware set?
Because it's a steel rig, man. You switch one off of.
No, his is aluminum anyway. I just have a random steel screw in here, and I noticed it was rusting.
May leave your quads outside.
No, it just gets wet somehow.
But see, I already know if I make cinnamon oatmeal raisin cookies,
No,
then
keep them away.
huh?
You said raisin.
Yeah.
Raisins are cursed.
Well, I kind of agree, but in that cookie, it's good. And I know I'd have to ship some of those.
I don't know how to present this. I'm not good at this.
No, you're doing fine.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Look, there's Chuck's eyeballs. He heard cinnamon oatmeal raisin
Oh,
cookie.
is that his jazz?
Yes, that is his.
That's
jazz.
terrible, Chuck. Why would you go to the side of the raisins? Nasty. Like tiny little old people in a box.
I always thought when I was taking these apart, if I had one of the little electric drivers,
That'd be badass.
it would, wouldn't it? But then I would be putting like a standoff back in with it, and you know what would happen there? Just
Oh, see,
strip the freaking head out.
you haven't used enough impulse standoffs on.
You guys want to see the alien's big brother now? Let me
No.
go on and get this in here.
Get that up. Why do you not even have the proper top mount on or
Right.
top battery plate on it?
Mine is ugly. What do you mean?
What is that?
That's just a gel pad.
Yeah, why don't you have the original one on it?
Dano said, "Hello, everyone. Had to climb to a tree to get a signal. Dano, you be careful up there."
Damn, bro, just get you an antenna. It's easier than climbing a tree. You only climb a tree if you have to, and we all know when we have to is when our quads are in it. Other than that, you don't climb
You
the tree.
don't have to. Haven't you seen Chris Riley's videos? You cut the damn tree down.
Very true. Chris, I'm going to tell you what.
You cut a tree down?
Multiple
Dude, he's
times.
cut
This is the
multiple
second
trees
time.
down.
His quad will get stuck in a tree.
Yeah.
He cuts
This
the tree
time,
down.
yeah, this time he got in, flung his GoPro out of it and all, dude. He just goes through the start at the end, the beginning of the woods, and he just starts cutting until he finds the. It was the bunny. I was like, what the hell?
It was touching my leg.
And he keeps cutting it down until he finds the freaking tree that has it in there. I have smaller ones over there. This tell he's an electrician.
I don't know. This just fits in my hand better.
He just,
Look at that. It's like
Big
perfect.
tools on a quad do not go hand in hand.
Look, you don't hit it with linemen. What? I was putting double-sided sticky tape underneath of these? That guy's completely ruined. He has no double-sided sticky tape underneath of it.
oh, so he doesn't fit the family.
No, he doesn't. I didn't even realize I was doing it.
He's stepped
Makes
out.
sense, though. It's a little cushion. Peel that off.
And
Get
see,
the guy out of there.
Birdman just said, "I love Uma Grip."
I guess we got to turn on the solder, and I got to unsolder this stupid thing.
Oh yeah, we definitely gonna need a soldering iron. That's for sure.
Unplug it.
Not unless you have other ways of doing it, but
He does. He just
I know
waits
it's an
till wears
alien.
it out, and then
I know
I
it's
get
an
my hands on it.
I said I know it's an alien. I've seen this thing fly back with 3 propellers and stuff.
It has. I was talking to someone and they were like, "That's impossible." I was like, "Literally." And I think it's only if the rear propellers, like, if you lose one rear propeller, due to the fact the front's heavier than the back, it like is able to fly properly. But it worked.
Got my green here.
You know it's always here, Birdman. You know it's always here, baby.
We got a Sharpie somewhere?
Have to be a Sharpie marker work.
Marker? Anything? I just need to mark what the hell my VTXs are.
They're VTXs.
Well, no. I got to keep them labeled so when I solder them back onto the KISS flight controller, they know which one it is and I don't have to reflash them.
Kiss, is that anal?
Well, for the counterclockwise, yes.
Dana wants to know if anybody has used Emu Flight.
Emu flight, yes, I have.
Got a razor blade somewhere?
Yep, right in this box here.
Oh,
I
I gotta
actually have
manhandle
emu
this.
flight on this guy. I just got to rebind to it. I like it. It had a motor noise. I had a crash. Imagine that. And then all of a sudden, the motor noise started happening. So, but emu flight was pretty decent. I liked it. Lewis runs it, but do RC. Limu to emu. Everybody knows that commercial, right? I'm basically running Falco these days. I still run my beta rigs, but Falco's my main runner now. Which I got one I got to work on up here. It's like looking like a dead cat. Pulled it apart. Been having problems with
Cats.
it. Wale.
Oh, is that another Apex?
That's the Apex one I have problems with.
Oh, we're gonna have to probably get that bottom plate off so I can get the measurements on it.
I gotta take it apart anyway.
Doing an Apex rebuild tonight too. Super special.
I already have my Apex done, bro. Screwed. No, the Apex is definitely. I had to put all the screws in the freaking tub and all. I had them all scattered across the bench. His bench was a mess earlier.
And look at that film over it, like moss or something. Mmm, delicious.
Yummy. Might have Rona.
They were white at one time.
I remember when they were like, oh,
Look at that, so shiny.
Pretty white, shiny. Quad, you have no idea what you're gonna live.
The only thing that sucks is, since we are streaming this, I'm not gonna have time to actually give this thing a bath and scrub it.
Have you ever saw my video to do that?
No, we're not doing that.
Very easy to do.
No. That's like no. That's the world's biggest
What you guys think? Y'all like my quad washing video? Come on now.
Funny.
Bleach is conductive, but if you wash it and let it dry, it isn't. Right? Maybe.
Salt isn't conductive unless it's in water.
True statement.
It's not a true statement. It is conductive no matter what.
6 hours.
Oh, it broke.
What broke?
That broke. Look, like disconnected. I was just pulling it off and it was not soldered on there well.
Ew.
Must have been like me being lazy.
I don't know why it could have been like that brittle. Like I see you get like bounces off walls.
Well, that was the whole thing about the camera mount thing is since I do so many wall bounces, it really does screw up the camera if it's not. Oh, damn, I broke another one.
Is it pulling the pads or just the wire?
No, just the wire. Those pads are like indestructible because it's actually just one giant plate.
Okay.
90 and unsoldered. Is it hot?
And it's I'll crank it all the way up. You touch and go right. You can give yourself a tattoo if you want.
What the heat is?
I burned all the way up.
900.
Birdman says
Why does it
he
not
has
go
a
to
sweet
900?
monitor for his
896.
quad tuning
Damn, I
PC.
don't even know if it'll
A
melt this.
32-inch TV.
Nice. You're probably not going to take it out in the field with your bird, man.
Let's solder it. You got
No,
solder?
John, those aren't
Oh, you don't
Chris's
have a little
hands. You're
spinner?
right. They look a little too soft.
The what?
John said those
You got
hands
a
look
little
too soft to be Chris's.
brass.
Just wipe it on there. It's good.
That's so terrible.
No, it's not. It's a burn-proof mat. Just
I
on the
know,
corner.
but it doesn't like help it.
It does.
Need to get a.
Guys, tell him how many quads this gun is done put together.
Let's see if we can. Come on. There we go. Woo.
Damn Kiss guys, they always got to be.
Come apart.
And tell them the fun part about building on cameras, you got to plug it in at the end.
Damn, I don't even know if we'll be able to. Come on. Your solder doesn't get hot enough.
Just set it on there. It'll heat it. There you go.
Emu, emu.
Look, it's in your head now.
I know.
A Kiss guy singing an emu. Badugo would love this.
Yeah, but that's like the commercial for car insurance, I think.
Yeah, but we stole it for emu.
This wire was falling apart prior to this, and now it's just. Oh yeah, look at that delicious wire.
And that's the servo wire you're talking about, right?
Do you have a clopper cleaning stuff? No. Oh, I'm about to show everyone something amazing. Oh,
What,
shit.
cleaning the pads off?
Yeah. What do you just like kind of heat it up and flick it off?
I just get it hot, real hot, and it clings right to the iron. Yeah, it comes right off.
I want to show you a world
Man,
of pure
I work
imagination.
magic up in here, don't you know? If I built this, it would fly by itself.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
A true kiss?
Throw it up in the air and just hook it for the west.
Best.
And guys, what you are hearing now, this interaction is what you hear every time these two are together.
We're always talking trash on each other. We have to keep each other interested. Keep us going, keep us flying. Because I've done crazy things since I met this guy. Some of the things you can't even talk about.
Take apart my wiring harness. I'm probably going to rebuild that during today.
I agree, Adam. I'm sorry. Naming a flight's firmware after a flightless bird makes absolutely no sense.
Tell him, Flo.
I feel like we should have named it Dodos. I feel like Dodos deserve it.
Dodo. No. You ain't taking that flight. Falco from Plum. You ain't trying to hear that.
But yep, I gotta agree on that one. Uh-oh. John, I don't even think he's ever put his hands on a Hubson.
I let him fly that Apex, and he said it was slow and everything. My rates versus his. Then I flew his quad, and it was like, whoa.
Hey, my rates are the best rates. Let's be honest.
Oh, Lord.
God. Told you guys, he twisted his mustache.
Look, we're not in Michigan, okay? It's not flooding here, so, Adam, I've been worried about you and Mike.
So are you reusing this flight controller?
That shit up there ain't no joke.
Yeah.
A new one. Okay.
Yeah, I have a new one in there. It's just I'm not gonna.
Well, as long as it takes you to get them, I don't blame you. What is that, a capacitor? Oh, it's a buzzer, never mind.
Yeah, little buzzer.
Yes, Dano, Falco X
I
is
didn't put a buzzer
definitely
on
the
that
real
one, and I
deal.
need to. That'll be like later date thing though.
I'd say it's good because I like the fact that you could go ahead and put it in a bird. I like the tune, you guys know that. So it's not that I don't like the tune, but you can just set it up, and I run Willie.
Yeah.
I go in there and set everything up to Willie, and it just runs so good, and I can't argue with it. It runs clean. It has a little bit of wiggle you'll see in my video, barely any, so I really don't complain too much about that. But the one I got going on, it just has some scissories going on, and it's just bad. It's heating motors and everything up. When I did my crown video for Chris Riley, I literally, that thing came down, motors were scorchy. But I was committed to catching it on fire that day, so I don't know what Impulse would say if I sent him a picture of a complete burnt frame and say I need a whole new frame.
Your frame was faulty. It caught on fire.
Right? Due to the lack of.
You love us all.
So now on V2 you solder everything on the top, right?
You could be some sneaky stuff and soldering on the bottom. Like I have the power wires on the bottom. You'll see.
I got you. But not like the V1 where you flip it and
No.
solder on the bottom, solder on the top, kind of setup.
No, thank God.
You see how that one
Oh,
was?
that was terrible. That was Garbo.
Chuck has a pretty good record of when he gets done soldering these things.
Yeah.
Adam said
Fire comes
Blackbird
out one
isn't
end.
an option in the goggles
Right, 'cause you
anymore.
did it
Chris,
too
he
high.
bounced from flight one.
Oh, what do you say?
He said Blackbird isn't an option in the goggles anymore. He bounced from flight one.
Oh shit, really? Well, that sucks. Just maybe something going on. You think he'll be back? That was Joe's dude. Holy squish. That sucks.
What was up?
Blackbird.
Who's that?
He's over in like the UK and all. They do
Oh.
that. They fly that juicy stuff. They really crazy flying. Like
My Tom Smith?
Adam said he won't be
kind.
back.
Well, no, he won't be back. Damn, that sucks.
What are you like? Get married?
Hey! He's married. He still flies. What the hell's that got to do with
He's a
anything?
unicorn. You guys don't even count. Like we can't even compare you to anything.
So you hear that? So you hear that,
So we're
guys?
unicorns.
When this guy gets married, I'm gonna have to be on his door. Come on, Doc.
Flying.
Oh,
What the
Dr.
hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, how's that feel, Chris? We're magical, mythical creatures.
You are.
I can agree with
That's
that, I
a
guess.
new one.
Put some water in that pad.
Oh, sure. I
Thank
can
you.
actually use your water, actually.
Yeah, put a little bit in there.
John said he's kind of right.
I am right.
I said I can't argue with that.
Doctor's always right. When has a
Oh,
doctor
Lord,
been wrong?
bullshit. When you got to get a second opinion, I need a second opinion.
You guys need some
Okay,
script, right?
first off,
We got the doctor
the
now.
reason you need a second opinion is because you didn't like the first answer and you want the second guy to you're just paying the second guy to like tell you what you want to hear.
Yeah, well, the second opinion came from RC Funds, and he said you were right. So yeah.
You see why I hang out with this guy? This is amazing.
They said I had cancer and I didn't like that answer. This guy said I had AIDS. That makes me feel better.
You gonna die from both of them, so what's it matter? Right? Oh man, that's funny.
PDB used to be white at one point in time in its life.
That unique. That's right. That typhoon. H. Yeah, I was trying to think what it was. I was getting ready to say G, and I know I was going to kick myself for that one. The H. The heck.
We're almost there to the strip town.
I actually flew my.
But see, it is underneath.
Oh, okay. Q500. I say not too long ago. It's been a while now for Johnny. He wants to see what they're all about. It was fun taking that thing out, flying it. Look at that PDB. That's ancient. So you put a new PDB?
What the hell burnt me?
Probably a hot ass soldering iron.
Oh, is that what I touched?
Oh my god.
I thought it was my motor. I thought I like hit this and I was like, how did that burn me?
That fucking motor's hot. There's something wrong.
You never know. Never know.
I never did understand their PDBs doing that.
Like, it's so beautiful. I
through
love
the
it.
PDB.
It's so sexy. Oh, maybe this guy, don't we? Come here. I want you.
I just feel like if you over tighten it, you would crack it. That would be that's my number one scare. Like, not saying it's a bad idea, but for me,
as hard as I fly, this thing's like.
Because that's why in mine,
break me.
In mine, I have the plates on instead of the PDBs. Of course, I'm not using a PDB neither, so that would kind of or inform one or 4 individual ESCs. So that will make a sense.
Somewhere over the rainbow, once in a lullaby.
I see they finally got the mega bolts back in stock, Plum. I bet that made a lot of people happy.
Oh, Chuck, freaking Get FPV actually has their kisses in stock at the moment.
And until you order one, then it'll take 3 years.
Well, my 2 finally came in through them, and I'm still waiting for the one oddball from Germany. Or did that one come in?
The oddball from Germany?
No, it didn't come in yet, but it's going to come sooner or later. Yeah, I have one that's supposed to come from Germany sooner or later, directly ordered from Flyduino.
Flyduino. So you do use the plastic standoffs. Or nylon, rather.
Yeah. What, do you use a metal?
I use all metal, and I use
I think that would like have more vibrations in the frame.
Where are they at? They're in here somewhere. It's grommets, and I just slide them down over the bolts. And it works. What the problem I was having was I kept snapping the nylon ones. I'd hit and just snap it.
I heard like some random crack. Did
I heard
you hear
some
that?
random crack, yes.
Hopefully it wasn't
Just
hard.
remember, nothing randomly cracks.
It's that frame because you finally take it apart. It's like
It might be it just like finally loosening up a little bit. Like it's tight.
I feel like that frame still has a lot of life.
Oh, I heard it again. Damn. It's not my PDB. That's what I'm more worried about. Though I don't think it would crack. Like it's copper. Copper doesn't crack.
Let me rear you up about 100 mile an hour, run you in the wall.
As long as I have a copper shield, I'm okay. Be like Captain America. Nice copper
You mean
shield.
Captain Cook? He's a Captain America.
I have enough copper to probably melt myself a shield right now. Tons of that stuff.
Like the one dude I see on YouTube, he melts everything down and makes stuff. It's pretty cool.
No, there's dirt in my thingamajigger. Yeah, I'm gonna use I got a flathead here. Oh, that looks delicious.
I was wondering what that was.
I don't know, sand, concrete, who knows? Oh, man, screw fell out. Let me get my thingamajigger in it.
Got alien invasion up in here. I don't think I have as many aliens sitting on the table.
I brought the whole crew.
Especially not no Kiss B2 aliens.
3 of them.
Ew. Nah, like I said, just because I know they're coming down cheaper now, but that's because we think B3's in the making. But
It is. I bet on it. It's coming.
All right, John says, so what's this guy doing again? He missed the beginning.
he is overhauling this alien. I'll let him tell you what he's going to put new and not new, because I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's just pretty much an overhaul on the alien. I think it's really just getting one new key mount bracket and a new bottom plate. We're taking away this all nommed up stuff. It's all chewy.
Now for the
and
ones
delicious.
that missed it, what bottom plate did you order? One through Impulse that you're going to use, or?
No. This is one custom cut by me. Right here. I don't know if that's overkill.
Custom cut?
This is all me. And I mean, I'm damn near on it. And you can really see the reason this is protruding so much is because this has gotten gnawed out. And
that's a lot of super glue there.
yeah.
I mean, look at that pretty carbon now.
Oh, it's so beautiful and shiny. It's actually a shiny carbon too, so you can see.
And I assure you guys, to hold it in your hand and flex it, you would really, really, really.
Ooh, man, you can hear this thing crack.
Oh yeah. Still not breaking it though. Look at that. Finally. Maybe? No. Oh, look.
There we go. Is that like when you snap a skateboard after you're done with it? You just snap a bottom plate?
Right, yeah. Kind of. Then you hang it on your wall.
Break out the super glue.
Woohoo. Now we got a brand new one.
That is
Yay.
beautiful.
This is the one thing I really want to give a little bit of attention and love to and get the old electric glue off of it.
See, even Plummet saying, put a TPU mount.
Shh.
Put a TPU print on the front of that thing.
Don't be talking about that.
You
That doesn't
won't be
exist.
losing all that carbon, it'll be there. It'll be
I
nice.
tried to
and
tell him.
All that
clean
excess
and crisp
weight.
and-
Make my quad a fat
So
ass.
this is the same thing he's working on, guys, but this one's slim. Look.
Sometimes a fat ass is a good thing, and you will learn this in life.
Hey, doctor.
When I have 3 minutes of flight, it's not.
Doctor, look at this.
Yeah, look at all that weight. How about we just measure? How about we take the scale, measure what I'm not putting on it, and then measure what you are putting on it, and see the weight difference.
That alien, it's the mount's heavy on there. It's got an extra heavy mount. Got the arm guards on it. Yeah.
You might want to flip up the camera. I want to scrub this off. This thing's dirty. You got some alcohol.
See, even Captain
good. We
Cook
do everything
agrees.
here. There's alcohol.
right here.
Here's there. Let me grab you a paper towel.
Like a
There's
brush.
There's a
Like
brush.
a toothbrush.
Captain Cook agrees, like the fat asses.
Look where the tools are. There's a toolbox.
Toothbrush. Toothbrush.
Mmm.
See, Plummet said fat quads need love too. Oh, well, see, that's the thing, John. He's 23.
Yes, I'm a child.
John said, how old is he? Fat ass is appreciated by the seasoned.
This guy is.
He may be 23 in.
Yeah, but in mind, he is he's our age.
He's an old soul.
He thinks just like us.
I should probably
We just have to
unsell
corrupt
this.
him a little bit more.
Usually young guys his age, they're like, yeah, light the world on fire, spend this, spend that. He takes care of his stuff and everything. It's like a whole different world with him. I don't think he's human. I think he's unicorn.
So this is the sauce I wanted to show you. This is what everybody should have.
This guy's got a freaking tub that he keeps all his stuff in. He's got everything laid out in this
This is
thing.
literally my workshop.
Oh, you talking about that? I already got that. That ain't no sauce.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
I got some of
I
that.
asked if you had any, you said no.
That's flux wire, whatever you call it, right? Or wick, actually. Solder wick.
Yeah, solder wick.
Oh yeah, I know all about that.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
This guy like he get ready to bring something to the table.
Well, I asked if you had it, and you're like,
Sucker,
no.
Doc. Come on now.
Yeah, you got sucker.
You got sucker?
Yeah,
Oh, I've seen those. No, I don't have
I got
that.
one of those over there.
I probably could use that, and that'd be a little bit better.
I'm gonna have to find my wick just to show you that I got it because I know you're not gonna see me.
So if nobody knows what I'm doing right now, I'm actually just
And I probably don't know where it's at.
cleaning all the solder off the actual PDB things.
Yeah, so this and just.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know if
But
we
yeah, I
can get my
gotta roll
stuff
that.
hot enough.
I actually haven't seen really hardly anybody use solder wick anymore, to be honest with you.
Why?
I don't know. I just never really see anybody use it. Like they either solder sucker or just get it hot. I'm so used to just building, I'd get it so hot. I mean, I could clean that pad right off, and you'd think I'd use something like that.
And, like, just rubs it
Chuck
away.
said, "I got a tub."
Yeah.
Yeah, the tubs
This
are
guy's
nice.
got a tub, and he's got everything down in here.
EBR's in the house.
EBR, welcome.
Oh, I got scared for a second.
Oh, you thought you pulled the pad off?
I thought I did. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's impossible. But
Later, Neil.
don't
Thanks
know.
for hanging out with us.
Appreciate you stopping in, brother. So you use the old at your glue gun. I say, wait a minute, you don't use an old soldering gun. I thought you had the old trigger one.
Mm-mm. Oh no, I
So
gotta.
you really do it overhaul.
If you take that black box there, you can see my soldering gun. Oh no, I accidentally soldered it to
Oh,
the
I see it
thing.
right here.
There we go. No, oh, you're talking about my soldering iron?
Yeah, right there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's nice. That cost me like $40.
That's what I paid for this. 35, I think 38. What your work on it? This thing's nice. You need a soldering station. I had a nice one, and then I ended up trading it for some goggles and stuff back then when I needed them, and I needed another station. Man, I can't do it. I can do a stick if I have to, but and see, I see your soldering iron just like mine. You like that point.
Yeah.
I don't like a big wide chisel end.
I don't know why we're just not getting this hot enough. Maybe we don't have to do the scraping thing. Why is your soldering iron like literally wiggling on me?
What's it? It's kind of loose.
Yeah.
Wiggle it
It's just the heat loosens it up.
just a
Oh, is
little
And you
bit.
see it cross the cap, like cross there or something.
Oh.
I usually barely ever bear down on it or whatever. So it, as like I said, it's the heat swabbles it loose.
Yeah, what it's saying, like the sucky thing is you gotta get this so hot to get all the
Uh-huh.
solder off.
See, now what I liked in my method, I would run solder. I would just bead some solder on, and it pull right off. With
Really?
The heat. Yeah,
See, I've
Where's
tried
that
that and it
solder?
doesn't work too well.
right there.
And I don't know if since this isn't the same solder, will it work?
Yeah, it's true.
Let me try.
It's kind of how I do. Let the solder do the work more or less. Kind of let the heat pull it back. I'm good at even if there's like solder splattered on something, I can get that stuff off.
Okay.
See, it leaves the pad nice and tinned more or less too.
Yeah, I want to delete all of it. That was the goal.
But it will loosen up like a lot of that older solder too. Get it off.
There we go. I'll spend forever trying to scrape these two pads off that just get so chunky. Ugh. There we go. That's good.
See, I gotta just put it on there, let it bubble up, get it hot, and then just like drag it off. I usually I would get a quad and I would do that from someone else. They built it or something. It'd be all bubbled up solder on it. I'd do that and just redo the whole thing, reflow it more or less. But yeah, I ain't seen nobody use wick in a while. Pretty cool.
It's nice
Adam
on
says
like
he
smaller
never
things.
can
It
get that
doesn't.
stuff to work for him.
Yeah, I put a lot of heat with it when using that
Yeah,
wick.
it's a technique. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
it's for sure a technique. And with solder and heat is your definitely friend, but you can definitely overheat stuff and pull pads off if you don't watch it. But I mean, like, I think nowadays with the electronics, but then again, I say that, and I ripped one off of that Flight 1, though. That schizo board, I was
See, that one
shocked.
worked good. That was a good pull.
I think it's just your, whatever you power up with those. I was thinking that's where your XT60 goes, but it's not.
Mm-mm. Well, that XT60's been so much repair. That's why there's so much solder on it.
I gotcha.
And now we're gonna put that in there. This is an overhaul, like straight up.
Overhaul, yeah, we just like straight
Yeah.
solder and everything.
And that's what I do. Like every time I've rebuilt this, so the first time I did the same thing. I would clean every single pad off. And you could see where I cleaned these pads over here once.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know what I was doing when I first built this, so I kind of like just threw shit everywhere. And I was like, oh, I don't even have to put solder on there. So I deleted the solder to make it lighter. Because that solder right there is like 0.5 grams.
Oh man, worry about that weight. I'll tell you.
Got to, man. What are you
You
running
shit
for
watching
this?
me build a ray gun. You probably have already
Oh, I have.
at the house. Probably, what are you doing? Don't put that mount on there. No.
DPU. Hey guys, I'm gonna find a fishing weight and I'm just gonna shove it over the quad. It's for balance reasons, thank you.
It's for security.
In case I have to throw my quad at someone that has a little extra girth to it.
Right. Me, I use it mainly to hopefully keep my camera on board. If not, hopefully it's in there on the ground and it's easier to see. Because that black GoPro is hard to find on the ground. Quiet back here in the corner.
Is that rusty or is it a storm?
There is supposed to be a storm come through.
I know.
It was looking all
Oh man, I'm probably gonna have to crash at your guys' house.
Yeah, that's not really well.
I'll sleep in the bunny cage.
Ecker says, I'm not moving over. You gotta sleep on the couch.
That's about like it's been all day. Just dreary.
And it must be rusty.
It is. He's got that. Yeah. I think you hear that speaker from here.
And not wearing his headset.
We got sound systems in for the computers because he had one before and he liked playing the game and had the sound on.
See, I wasn't allowed to have that.
Playing, it sound like y'all were the war. That thing sounds good. You hear the tanks shoot planes. That's what I couldn't get out the solder the other day. Because it was that other stick iron too.
My PDB's getting so hot.
Yeah,
What is you doing?
I'm trying to push it out.
So what I used to do on the ESCs when I first started, I'd always keep my hand on the ESC while I soldered the wire to it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That way if I felt the heat get way back down in here, I knew to let off. Because if it's getting hot on my hand, then I knew. Yeah, see what I'm saying? That stuff is tough right there, dude. Put some mad solder on that tip. It'll heat it right up. Amazing how solder makes that shit
It's
transition.
heating up. We're just not able to push it out.
Once it heat, or here, let me pull it out for you while you heat it up. Don't do shit.
Try not to like.
Just hold it on there. I know it's not, holding it too much. That PDB is warm, and I feel it on the XT plug right here. That's being stubborn.
Says, no, I don't want to let it go.
That bitch is hot.
All right,
That's
we're
what
gonna have to come out with a better way.
Just cut it and then punch it through like you did the other one. I don't know what kind of solder you got on there, dude, but that is
Adam
serious.
said, are we building a campfire tonight or what? Everybody's hands is on the PDB.
See if we can like try to remove some solder up top, and maybe that'll help.
I think it will. And I said, I don't know how the hell that solder knob was in there, but then if it didn't hold. See, want me to tell you a secret? You'll never rip a pad off. Let it sit there for a second.
But
Because the way you just flicked it, dude, you some of those cheaper electronics, you flick a pad off the board doing that.
oh yeah. Well, see, I'm not worried about flicking pads off because, like I said, this is one solid piece.
True.
There we go.
Now let it set in the hole for a second. Don't burn that shit right out. Tattoo. Look at that shit. You wouldn't think that ball of solder would be down inside that hole.
And it's off.
Well, it's not a ball of solder. It's actually the end of the wire.
Yeah, it's hot.
Oh, I don't think it was that. Oh, that's not that bad.
Oh yeah, with the wire. Okay, I gotcha. Makes sense. Go the hole.
God, that is ugly.
I know I had a 6S battery plugged into a soldering gun. Well, it's Saturday, and I couldn't get that shit to work.
See? I thought Kiss was supposed to be simple.
Hey, okay, first off, this isn't even the kiss part of it. The kiss has been removed hours ago.
Hey, I mean, he had to walk away. So, I mean, And I mean, even Chuck said, you know, if they didn't get them parts back in, he may have to go to Falco. We're going to leave you all by yourself.
More parts for me. Go to Falco, Chuck. I recommend it.
Oh, there you guys go. Don't fly Kiss. Fly Falco.
Yeah, nobody fly Kiss, so
Learn
I can
it
keep all the
straight from
parts.
the doctor.
Yeah. For my parts, nobody else is allowed to have them. Ugh. God, that stuff's so nasty. This thing's like been torn to shreds, poor guy.
Adam said, keep it super sucky.
This PDB's getting really sucky. Take a little bit of alcohol. Where's that toothbrush at? Like a random gnat. Queens.
Alcohol bath.
Trying to scrub all this stuff away.
Chuck said, time for a Wolf V3 PDB.
I thought about it, but who is Wolf anyway? Like, what is the Wolf thing? I've seen it, but I didn't read into it because I just didn't care. You know?
You're asking the wrong one.
Well, Chuck, what's the Wolf thing? Like, is that like a person? Is that a FPV pilot? Wolf? Check.
That's more or less one part that I have not kept up on.
Oh.
I can tell you about motors. I can tell you about flight controllers. I can tell you some about ESCs. PDBs.
Oh, I know why he walked away.
And Adam's agreeing, so it must be a good thing. But guys, come on, educate. What's up with the Wolf V3? Who is Wolf? Oh, you smart ass. It's the guy who programmed it.
Oh, is that it? I don't want to because I don't want somebody's label on my stuff.
Hold up. Is not everything labeled by the maker?
By the maker, but not by the like FPV guy. That's why I didn't want any steel stuff on my quad. Like, I would actually be using that steel PDB if it wasn't his name on it. And that's like my thing is I want my quad to be completely like neutral in a sense.
Makes sense. sounds like it may be unfortunate though, because from what Adam said, he's seen the Wolf PDB is superior.
To what? Are you comparing it to this thing? This is literally like a joke and a half. What's it superior to? Like, is he comparing it to this?
Don't know. Have to wait and see.
Tell me. I need to know. Because if you're comparing it to this, there is no comparison. Obviously, this thing sucks compared to, like, a toaster that doesn't even toast right.
Adam said, no, that's just the basic PDB.
Okay, good. He's not comparing it to that. About to say, it's better than the Impulse RC PDB. Oh, well. Honey, where's you going?
All right, Chuck said it's better than the steel one.
Oh, is it better than the steel one? Now, like, what's the direct advantage? Because I don't know anything about the steel one either, besides Steel made it. Or Steel didn't make it, but he looked at it and said, yes, put my label on it.
Which label on it?
What's the difference between the Wolf PDB and the Steel PDB? Do you know?
I don't know about that.
You don't know? Because they were recommending me the
He
Wolf.
asked me, I said, I have no clue.
But the thing is, that thing I was talking about doesn't even matter because I would still be using this PDB. I wouldn't be using the Wolf one. Almost got her all. Got her all, that her all.
Are we doing all your wires too, or just?
Yeah, I am taking all those wires out.
Okay, yeah, I see them holes are like oblong. Okay.
Yeah. Once we can finally get into it.
Yeah, I don't know the difference in the PDBs for sure. I know they're expensive. Chuck said, do your homework.
Me do my homework.
No, that's cheating if somebody else does your homework.
Not cheating.
It is cheating,
He said
then
it's
you
better
don't
than the
learn.
steel one.
I don't care about learning. I wasn't going to use it anyway.
Then why inquire?
I'm just curious. Kind of like asking a question. Do I have to pay for every question I ask? Like, what's the weather outside? Oh, you got to pay for that, son.
I'll just walk outside and see them.
5 cents an answer.
5 cents an answer.
I'm expensive.
It's burning my hand.
Depends on how many questions you ask. If you've got a toddler around, that shit adds up quickly.
Give me all your monies.
Why?
Ding, 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 ding. Smells the alcohol.
Adam said, asking a question and not caring about the answer. Laugh out loud. I like that. I do it all the time.
Right, Plum?
I was just wondering, just to see what kind of answer you come up with.
So we try again because I didn't like that one. Well, he said you're going to get a second opinion because you like the first answer.
Damn straight.
I like that.
That's a new one.
You didn't like the first one, so you went and got a second.
That's what I really believe it is. I mean, obviously not all the time, but I think that's what a good portion is. Like, somebody's like,
are you putting new arms on it?
I don't think so. I think all of them are pretty gravy. Oh, shit. You know what I forgot to do? Forgot to number these. Oh, well. We just ain't gonna fly it. Gotta reflash them all.
Why not new arms? You just got a new bottom plate.
Because look at all those arms. Those are all, arms are all good. Have a lot of
But then
meat
you
on
have
them.
them as spares, though.
Why would I have broken ones as spares? Or not broken ones, but like...
I always keep like my beat up ones, mashed up ones, just
Really?
in case.
No, I fly it until the arm is nothing left.
He cannot replace
I told you, Chuck, didn't I?
old parts.
This guy, I tell you.
Alright, now, should I reuse that? Will it be too short? I think we're good. I think we can reuse this. You got strippers?
I'll cover your forearm.
No, stop it.
Huh?
I don't want them.
Yeah, put them on, make them look pretty.
No.
Make him look sexy.
Can't make me do that.
Listen to this guy.
They're not even chamfered, are they? No.
Huh?
Are they?
Yeah, they are.
Really chamfered.
Evening,
Yeah.
Homie Paul.
Homie Paul, welcome.
I'll show you a chamfered arm.
No, I don't think they are at all.
Chamfered.
I did my other ones, but no, I didn't do these ones. Come on, they would look good. Even newer.
Even newer. I can. Have to cut more of my little boots. That one's a little chewed up. That one's missing some layers.
You lose like one every time we fly, like 2 or 2.
What?
Freaking fly, my girl, bust that fly.
What do I lose?
I ain't gonna hit them on you. The feet.
Oh. I lose those feet every flight.
Homie Paul said, "Are we going to microwave?"
Always on the side of your hat, so
Get him.
take him out.
Damn, I got
Go in the
so much
microwave.
microwave.
Yeah. Homie Paul said, "Are we going
Homie,
to
when he gets
microwave?"
done, he plugs this in. He's hoping it's not gonna be like a microwave.
Yeah.
Poppy sizzle.
This little boom thing here.
This guy's OCD's kicking in, guys. You straight gonna use that same wire, ain't you?
I'm gonna attempt to. I want to see what it looks like.
This guy, I'm telling you. You know how when most people come to your house and use your station, you gotta kind of watch so they don't use all your stuff? You ain't worried about that with Doc. He uses all his old shit. He doesn't even care. I'd be like, all right, cool, bro. You got some wire?
I mean, I have wire in there. Do you have the big enough wire for me?
You got some wire, bro? Yeah.
No.
You need it?
So this is like 10 gauge.
I got some wire.
Yeah, but
You know what? You know what I get them off of? Batteries. I ain't kidding.
oh, you steal them off the batteries?
Yeah, when I bust my battery, something happens to the battery, I cut the lead off and I use that thick wire.
Those look good. That one's only like a little bit
I got you for sure, so I got a nice thick piece.
These are gonna be like, oh, this thing's gonna be so short. I think it's gonna work though. It's gonna work.
Where's your helper's hand?
Helper's hand.
You see the big clip up there?
Helping hands. See, you know nothing about that. See what I'm saying?
Where's your helper's hand?
That's it, bro. You want the old school ones over there, the old magnifying glass, see it up on top of the
Yeah,
box?
give me that thing.
Oh my God, he's gonna pull that stuff Hing, guys.
I need this.
Tell me
Oh,
that
I don't
wire.
even want this one.
Tell me that wire ain't thick enough. Oh yeah.
Might be thick as mine.
That is.
Yeah.
Same
These are
thing.
yellow. I don't want these. They're yellow.
No, you'd have to change the whole end out. They're not in the same end.
Yeah.
You ain't doing all that work, I know, right?
Grab my helping hand because your helping hands doesn't have the keys on it.
That's because mine never helps, so I just leave it up there.
Oh no, my helping hand's glued together. Ugh. We're gonna use the other one.
Man, stop playing. Clothespin, dude. You put that right there, bam, and sit there and hold that and do whatever you want to do. Come on.
You need to have a little spool or something here.
This guy.
Make sure everybody can see it well.
I want to set that there. Come slide now. Wham!
No, that is not magic smoke.
Magic smoke.
Magic school bus.
Funny how they always get that smoke in there.
Homie Paul said, "How big is your clothespin, Chris? Or your clothesline?"
I'm just really tiny. That clothespin's normal size.
You know, to hang one of my shirts up, Paul, we need them big pins. The clothesline, well, about as thick as my finger. Biker, welcome. He said, good morning. Damn, you just getting up, Bob?
Well, Bob's out camping. Or was.
Is he like a motorcycle or a bicycler?
Motorcycle.
Wow.
And he does trapping in Michigan.
Trapping?
Has his own zoo, he's a trapper, he's a motorcyclist,
Zoo?
an outdoorsman.
This man's interesting. He has his own zoo.
Oh my God, you have no idea. Check out his channel. If you ever, this guy doesn't watch YouTube, so it's really hard to
Now, is it
watch
like
his
the
channel.
Tiger King Zoo?
He doesn't have the tiger yet, but he's
No.
close.
like, I feed it bologna every day.
You like snakes? He got like snakes. He's got. I don't. It's probably easy to say what he doesn't have. He doesn't have an elephant or a tiger, so it's probably easy just to say that. Other than that, he's got everything else.
What was I
Paul
doing? I
said that
forgot.
looks like an implement for use in a dungeon.
What? They hating on my little.
The old alien builds,
Oh, Bob said, and I'm always
This thing
naked.
sucks.
and always naked. So straight outdoorsman.
Right, Adam? Bob's the guy you sent to kill the tiger.
Exactly. Don't just feed your husband to him.
That Carol Baskin fed her husband to.
I believe Obama did it.
Oh, Lord!
I'm with that one. Shit, I never heard that
You're
one.
not going to blame it on the Clintons?
Nah.
What are you looking for? A smaller pair of cutters?
Alright, I'm trying to crush the solder because the holes for the PDB are oval, so I have to make them fit.
Okay.
Yes, Chuck. Doc is tiny.
All right, first off, I'm 5'7" and a $120. Thank you.
You're tiny.
Good to have a
Just
guy
because
like
you're
this around
tall
get
doesn't
stuck in
mean
a
you're
tree.
not tiny.
He said he'll go in the water after my quad, but it has to be warm and he'd be on his paddleboard. So.
Yeah, I'll bring my paddleboard if you want to go over water. It's just got to be nice outside.
Anytime I'm ready. That's Chris is back there like, what? Because it gotta be nice outside?
Yeah.
It does have to be nice outside.
Why?
Because
And why the hell do you need a paddleboard when you got 2 arms and 2 freaking legs? Come on out with this reason. You don't want to get wet?
no, I enjoy my paddleboard and I need reasons to be on it more.
Okay, I mean, I'm thinking we'll get you around.
Oh my God. The ideas these guys come up with.
So you do that like backwards a little bit.
Now, how many people wants to know
Most
you
people would
finished your dungeon?
I would put the ball of solder and ball it up bigger than the hole,
Yeah.
and then just hit the heat all at the
You're
same
about
time.
to see what I'm about to do.
I say you gotta have a method or something.
Well, I used to
What
do
else
that.
they say?
He wants to know if you finished your dungeon yet.
My dungeon. Got the greenhouse that we put up yesterday.
Jamming in there. I don't think it's
Push it, it'll fit.
It's almost about to fit. It's clicks.
Until you get it all together and realize you put the positive on the negative and negative on the positive.
Oh, I've done that.
I've done that shit with the PDBs too. Like, dang it! I actually got out of the side ones like this because I was going by nipping trees and taking the whole. Of course, you're not going to take your pad off because your wire goes all the way through. But on ESCs I was using was just pads. Man, it ripped them right off. Ruined the ESC.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Chris is vicious.
I was in the beginning. It was a long road learning.
Ask these guys how many VTXs he went through. Bob Micro went and bought stock in VTX
Yeah, I used
just
to
so he
have
could make
just
money.
Unbelievable.
How are you blowing up BTSs?
I would every time I'd crash, it seemed like I'd snap the freaking end off of it because it was like the ESC ones, so it didn't have the cable like the TBS ones.
No, I don't know.
So just in other words, think of that SMA being right on the VTX itself, and it's just hanging out the back instead of it being on the cable itself. Attached right to the VTX. Oh, dude, every time I crash, ball game. I couldn't keep a VTX to save my life. I don't think at one point.
See, my VTXs aren't even attached to my quad.
It is floating there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the actual antenna is what is keeping it mounted.
Shade. See, like this. So it's got the.
Oh.
So when you crash, it snaps that off. Now a lot of times you can just solder onto the board itself, but a lot of times you don't have that option either.
So what I do is I kind of sit both in there,
and then flow it. Okay. I think I got these propped over my head to get a little bit more.
See, if we did it the way you were talking about, it would never actually what would you call it? It would be loose inside of it.
No, it grabs. It's tight. It'd have a bigger ball on the bottom.
Oh, see, for these, I don't know why, but the through hole, it would always be loose, and I'd disconnect if I hit something.
Adam said, I use auto body double-sided tape for my VTXs. Remember, you had me hunting that stuff down.
Yes, Plum.
He's
Finally
like,
got her to
man,
get
the
me some of
auto
that.
body stuff is the bomb. You got to
Yes.
find it.
Remember, guys, when we used to put the louvers on our car windows and you would use that red tape? That stuff, man, you accidentally put that louver on the window on the car wrong. I'm going to tell you what, you break the louver getting it back off to put it in the right place.
No way.
You cut that wire, didn't you?
That wire's bad. The wire's just done. I gotta.
Oh, it's probably gone. Oh, no, I get what you're saying now.
Yeah, that wire's donezo. It's not being saved.
Say, I tried to get you to put new wire while you were.
I know, I should have. And now I'm kind of regretting it. Now this is going to take freaking forever to undo.
Melt that shit back out.
I know. I'm so mad. Ah, damn it. Come on. Push through. There we go. Just got it all. It sucks.
It's amazing
Adam
how
said,
that
once it's on, not coming off unless you want to break that VTX in half.
Oh, I know, dude. That stuff is serious. I finally found something in Wally World. That Gorilla Clear stuff just doesn't do it for me.
So, is that how you're mounting the VTX?
Well, I still put a zip tie around mine, but yeah, you can just stick it right on there, more or less.
Huh.
It ain't going nowhere.
Alright, so we're going to have to make a new one of these. That's just what's going to happen.
So you're going to need that wire?
Yeah, and here. I got a connector over here. And if you want to start assembling it, we can.
I wonder what drawer it's in. Maybe the connector drawer.
You say, man, I got ends as well.
Adam said, yep, I've never had a VTX come loose, no zip ties.
This is my last one.
Yeah, you're like me, always got the other ones. Yep.
And if you want to start kind of getting that the same length and make sure there's a little extra so it fits through the board, I'm going to start trying to strip this down.
All right, I'm just going to solder on this end, and then I'll just, this is where this is soldered, and I'll just snip it down.
All right, cool. Yeah, so we're going to multitask this at the moment, which...
Yeah, we're going to share soldering gun for a second. But I get it.
Here,
all
use
ready.
mine.
All right.
Hopefully we don't trip anything. 2 soldering irons. I don't think
Nah.
we will.
Sure.
If it goes dark, y'all know what happened.
If it goes dark, we'll be back. Crystal broke something.
Don't blame that shit on me. I got broad shoulders and get blamed for enough, but
Okay, that's why I said a roll. You got your solder. I see what you're doing here.
Where's that sucky thing? Let's see if we can use this. I've never used it before. What do you like?
Press it down, yep. And then you get the solder over top of it. And then when you're ready, just press that button. Kind of as you get the solder solidified, whatever you want to call it.
Birdman,
Did
the
it work?
stuff we got put out by 3M.
I don't think
Yep.
it worked.
3M auto body double-sided tape.
Yeah, but Plum's getting the commercial stuff. Plum
Oh,
getting
there
the
we
real
go.
good stuff. Through the dealership, you're getting it through Plum? Your dealership?
I said, yeah.
Oh, digital. Wow, look at that.
Yeah. Should be max.
Like I said, that other stuff, man. I remember you put that visor on that window. You messed up, it's over with.
This is what I get for being lazy trying to reuse shit. It'll work. It worked before.
Yeah, but it's taken many meetings before.
Spinning right round. Oh no, it won't open. Ugh. Oh, the sauce.
The sauce, I hear ya.
Perfect.
Awesome sauces.
I'm glad I brought that because I wasn't going to.
So other than Chuck out there, who else got aliens? Or Doctor? Man, those get hot. I like it. I like it.
Why does that smell so weird?
I don't know. I put vape juice in my solder.
Shit, I'm trying to put your soldering iron in my soldering iron slot.
It might work. He's got me over here working now, guys.
Yeah.
Adam said, not me. My cheap ass uses $25 to $35 frames.
I have one. You want to see it? $25 frame. Can't even tell the difference between what did I spend on these? Like 100 something.
Oh yeah, every bit of 100.
What the hell does that smell? It smells like knick or something.
Isn't that?
It is that.
It's the solder.
It's the solder.
Mm-hmm.
The solder smells like a seasoning or something,
Ah?
like thyme.
I don't know. He says it smells like a seasoning. I don't know what's in that vape pen, but I'm gonna have to check it out.
It's watermelon. There we go. I think I'm ready.
Adam said, my $35 frame has a lifetime
So how do you get the solder out of this?
What frame you flying, Plum?
TBS Source 1 and a Flight 1 Dolphin 1 frame.
Okay. Dolphin.
Okay. Where's the scrubby scrub? Scrubby.
Scrubby.
Scrubby. Oh no, it has legs on it. It'll walk away. There it is.
Oh,
We don't
God.
talk about these things here, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Shit, now about the alcohol. Oh, there it is.
It's in a bottle.
Your iron is hot. It definitely burns hot. I like it.
That's what I was saying. Like, even though yours is like at the same temperature, it feels like it doesn't burn the same. Penis. Maybe you need a new tip.
Probably so.
Do for it.
I have burnt plastic and all with that tip. Probably Sid. That's what I'm working on over here. Ooh, we're gonna plug in each other. What?
I was just making sure we could get heat shrink around it.
We can. I can clean it up. Him and his glasses over there. That's when I clean her up and shape her all in form. Make her look all party. Make her kissable.
Kissable.
Yeah, I know you don't like nothing rare on your stuff. Gotta be all sexy.
There we go. I think this is clean enough.
Good now?
I'm happy enough. Once we get everything soldered up, put the solder back in, it'll look good. Your solder melts at such a low temperature. It bothers me. Like, I wish mine soldered that low. You try to solder that, you'll hate yourself.
Oh, I know. I said that at that the other weekend or Saturday rather. I was trying to melt your solder and just wasn't doing it. I'm like,
Oh, by the way, the vape juice we're smoking, guys, is the high dripped ice watermelons. Literally watermelons. Well, you ever? So I watched, like, when I was big into coil building, I'd watch these guys and like, this is what we're vaping today.
Captain Cook that was in here. He's like an OG vapor. He's been vaping like ever since it started. He does all of his own stuff. Used to build all of his own rigs and stuff.
You got this gnat that's like rock climbing over all this stuff over here.
Adam
He's a
said, I
true
gotta
champion.
say that carbon fiber you're using looks nice.
Oh, you're talking about this guy here that I cut?
Cut that itself, plumb too. Ain't that impressive?
Let's see if we can pancake it. Yeah,
I'm trying to tell him, let's make a good show.
Yeah. Where's the old bottom plate at?
You broke it in half.
Oh, you're right. I did break it in half. Why did I do that to myself? Yeah, this was the old bottom plate. It wasn't broken. I literally snapped it like, what, an hour ago?
Uh-huh.
It's no mo.
No mo. No mo.
Now it's an Apex bottom plate. It's in 2.
Hey.
Oh, Lord.
I want your soldering mat. It's so big. Like, do you see the one I work with?
Can you have a bag of shrink rubber around? Holy cow, bro.
Look at that. That's my work pad, dude.
What? I like
Yeah.
how you put the little drone in the corner. Damn.
I ended up like melting through it too. Like,
Fall asleep and shit while you're soldering.
yeah. I kind of patched it. That's my work mat.
Do you need like red and black heat shrink on your stuff?
No, just use black.
How about blue? No, I knew it. See why I asked, guys? I put the blue in there. They're getting sick on me.
See, this is why I brought my tub.
I got black over
I'd be having like a seizure over all the different colors.
right?
We need carpet in here. Like nice shag carpet and I dig my toes into it. Oh. I'm like such a person for carpet because I've lived in a house pretty much my entire life without carpet. And every time I go into these nice $1 million homes and they have this nice, beautiful carpet, I will take my shoes off. And they're like, you don't have to take your shoes off. Oh, no, I do.
I need to respect you. I do need to take my shoes off. Sir, but you don't have to be in that room. But no, I do.
I just have to walk around and check it real quick. Carpet. Sometimes if they're not looking, I'll even take off my socks.
You gotta get the full effect.
You know, you let this guy in your house watch him.
Yeah. I'll be barefoot all over your carpet in a heartbeat.
Now I know why you always got flip flops on. That way, when you're out in the living room, you're barefooted, aren't you? It's a little too dangerous to have carpet in this room, though, considering everything that Chris does in here.
No, I don't even care. I'd be like, carpet, and they're like, oh, and just hit a melted piece of solder on there.
Right,
Stub
Adam?
your toe.
He's molesting the carpet.
I
Right,
am
with his
molesting.
feet, bro.
Yeah. I got a carpet fetish.
With his feet. And your lighter.
Where might need
Or
this?
some crazies in the
Don't need a
house.
lighter. I just use a freaking soldering iron at that point.
I do. It gets it dirty too, man. Like a barely lit shit. Nothing melt though.
Look at that beautiful black XT60. Don't put her more.
You don't like the yellow ones, like really the color
Oh no,
bothers
they're
you?
so corny.
The black ones do hold. I gotta give it better. The black ones do hold up better when you slide them together. All right. Woohoo.
That's right.
Yep. Same size.
What are you talking about? I think it's super long. You gotta cut it down a bit.
I cut it. I measured up here and just cut it like right below it. Well, just thought it's good to be too much and too less, right?
What are you talking about? I invented wire stretchers.
How many people have you sent out to your van for the wire stretcher?
I haven't had a helper yet to do it. One day though.
Hey, dude, go get me that wire stretcher.
Oh yeah, he's gonna like cut a wire too short, and I'm gonna be like, "Go get the wire stretcher. We can fix this. We got you." You got strippers because this is just not good for the wire.
No, this I do. I use these.
Out of all these Klein tools in here, you don't have a pair of
It's
strippers.
just not good for a wire.
Well, it's
Just don't cut all the way through. You have to barely nip it.
I know, but I don't have my like
You're used to working with electrical stuff every day. That's all. You have to go old school here.
No, I don't even use strippers really. I mean, she had my only pair of strippers for like 3 weeks.
That
You know-
sounds awful.
And you only have to strip this wire like that. It's silicone wire. Just pinch and pull.
Well, you can do that with the small stuff. You can't really.
No, looking for strippers.
Sucks.
That Doc saying that I had his strippers
know, right?
for 3 weeks.
She did.
We run a strip club, guys. We're busted,
We just won't show you the pole.
right?
Adam, he said wire strippers are for noobs. That's what fingernails are for.
Tom Plum.
I'm telling you, on this thick stuff, it sucks.
Let me tell you something. Those nails are not being used to strip wire.
Actually, turn yours off. I don't even. Sorry. You'll be getting one of mine soon too.
No, I think my tip. You see how it's cocked sideways? So it
Yeah.
definitely needs some attention. I melted plastic with it stuff, but my solder works fine. It gets nice and hot, molted. No heavy metal stuff you got. And I run 6S and don't melt my solder. Ain't that some shit when you come back and melted your PDB or you know what I mean, out of your PDB? That'd be some serious shit right there.
Yeah.
High amps. Chuck's done it, I'm sure. Oh god, he's using this stuff. And it's so thin too.
Well, that helps it melt a little quicker.
I got you. Get out here, Fly. So who's flying this weekend? Who has planned on flying? Eric, or is he crazy? We're gonna go out if it's nice, hopefully. I don't know what day's supposed to be nice this weekend, man.
Well, we got Monday. I got Monday.
Oh, well, Monday, yeah, too. That's good. That's right, 3 days.
Crystal's working.
What do you think of that
No,
spot
I'm
Crystal
not.
found? The freaking trestle bridge. Dude, I'm telling you, when we get to
I
that
want to go to that place where that train was that you said.
That's what I'm
That's
talking
it.
about.
Oh, okay.
So that's a whole area there. It's got like a band. It's got like a bandos and everything there. It's crazy. Ellicott City, Ilchester.
Maybe next week.
My little sponge is going. That's
Yeah,
where the
sounds
sponge
good. Maybe
normally
next
goes.
weekend if it's nice, the weather. About 3 hours. You can just come here or whatever. We actually pick you up Cambridge at your house
Okay.
on the way.
Look at that. You melted the XT60. What are you doing?
And we won't let you to go all the way up to your. Oh wait, take your Corolla all the
Adam
way up
said,
there.
"Seeing
Oh, you
I
don't
use
trust my
the
Corolla?
solder .8."
You guys see his Corolla like Donkey Kong kick the fender on it and hood.
Where's
And we just replaced the belt, so.
Right there.
And pulley.
I do want a pair of these. These things are nice.
Check a little mat.
That's what I'm telling you. He was like rock climbing all over the place.
There's another pair of it. Keep those little ones in your bucket. Have a couple pair of them. You gotta sharpen them every now and again, but they're good with those points. You can get in there on a lot of stuff. What I like about them. Lumineer. This takes me back to this week when I built a Wizard and used Lumineer motors, Allen Frybots to be exact. I flew around my house. I didn't make it all the way around my house, and one of the motors shit herself.
Today or this week?
I kid you not.
Really?
Right here.
I remember you talking about those frybots you had sitting
These
around
ones.
the rainbows. Yeah.
So Frybots, that's definitely what they're good for, the frying. It on 4S too. Tune wasn't bad on the quad or nothing. It just said it didn't want to live no more and just died on me.
That's crazy.
Right?
I just gave up on everything.
It was just what happened to the motor? Did it get hot? Did you take
Oh
it
yeah,
apart?
when I went around and picked it up, cause see, it's got a Fly Sky. It's that Wizard right in front of you. It's got a Fly Sky, the IA6B receiver in it, and it has loads out on the end of the antennas, and the one's chopped off. So I thought I had a failsafe, and I went around there. I was like, oh, no, it didn't. It freaking the motor was blitzing hot, and I'm like, whoa. So that's just what they do. They just work, and then all of a sudden they'll just kind of overheat themselves and give up.
I don't know why.
That's why Lumineer, dude, I'm telling you, the only person I saw run Lumineer. Of course, like I said, these are decent. You know, you see they're decent than what I was running and stuff. But I ain't never had luck with Lumineer.
You have to have an issue.
The Lumineer flight controller, it was crazy. Like the way, I don't know, it just acted weird.
That thing like cost $16 anyway. That should have been a sign.
No, this is the $100 one.
Oh,
The $100 one with the ESC and all built in.
because that fake alien was going to get that $16 one. I was like prepping the build for it.
Tell me about that. Where is your one you got?
This is the one with the Emax motors on it.
The Emax.
A friend gave them to me for Christmas.
You got red? Are you talking about red bottoms?
No. It's the motors, not the motors. The props.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, you got that on. This guy got aliens laying around for days.
Oh my God! Look at it. Fit in perfect.
Where'd I put the other one? There's the other one. So he's got 4 with him today. But
One's an outsider.
one's an outsider. Can you guys tell which one? They probably already know. Chuck probably did. He smells it. Incredibly lighter, I want to say, too. Did you notice that, or?
Well, so there's a few things. First off, these motors are retarded light.
True.
Secondly,
I swear they're hype trains all day. Look at them motors. So these are Lumineers, but
zips.
the zips.
Lumineer zips are the latest of their line. They have the popos and the non-popos, and
now
they do look like hype trains.
they do. That's what I'm wondering.
they're-
Like what they got
Their
going
wrap
on there.
is definitely not as complete.
And there's the hype train. See a lot. Looks a little thicker, a little bit. I don't know though. But
Well, so this is one thing I kind of wanted to talk about since we're in the carbon cutting scene. I designed this kind of myself. Obviously, I copied all the holes and the roughly the same outer diameter. And this is a fake frame. If nobody figured out yet, this guy is completely fake. But in reality, it's identical all day. I can actually pull the arms off of the fake frame and put them on the real frame, and vice versa. All the parts are interchangeable. The only thing that's not fake, well, I say that's not fake. This came-out bracket here on this fake frame is actually the one I did, because the fake frame had just a really bad came-out bracket. It didn't even work right. So this is my came-out bracket that I designed is on here.
And that
It
was
still
what?
has the locking system
the
and everything.
young
Yeah, I think it was-
RC.
Yeah, I think it's young RC.
Kid,
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah, something of that nature.
So this frame is definitely nice. Like, so we know the Martian frame, and that's normally what the clone of the alien is, but this guy is like dialed right in on the alien frame.
Yeah. But what I wanted to really talk about is like, so technically I'm making a clone as well, but look at just how a little bit of the designs are different. Like they went with the super wide triangle where I went with more of a long, skinnier. And mine's obviously a lot lighter. I have a lot more carbon cut out and everything. But I just thought it was cool once I started making mine and I looked at the comparison of just how two people will take what they're copying and how they translate it into their work. And obviously everything's really the same outer shape-wise and holes, except when you go into the inner holes.
Right. And Chuck, actually, that's your V1 setup on there.
Yep, and it flies and everything really well.
Flies and everything. Tell them about how you went about getting that flash and the whole GUI thing you were telling me, because I thought that was interesting.
So I don't know what anybody's having issues with. You just really have to go on Flightino
So
and
you guys
read
know
the directions.
You guys know the V1 old KISS V1s, how we got to go and search for the older GUI.
Thank you.
So that's what he kind of found the way around, I think, maybe.
Yeah, so I don't use the old GUI on KISS V1. I use the modern day GUI that you use on KISS V2 and all the other stuff. All you have to do is just flash it to the latest update of the flight controller. And to flash it, you have to use something called defuse. And you have to make sure you use the
motors.
last.
No, it's reading comments.
And you have to go on defuse and make sure you use the latest firmware for your flight controller to flash it. If you don't do that, then that's kind of where you start going wrong immediately, and nothing's going to work after that. And defuse is really simple to use. One trick is, so for the defuse to fly in the flight controller, you have to either if you have the really old flight controllers, you have to solder it together, and then it'll see the flight controller on your computer connected. But the latest V1s pretty much are all button anyway. And what you do is, you hold the button down.
So you mean the jumper when you say solder, like
Yeah.
they have the two. Okay,
Yeah, they have the jumper on it.
Okay.
And so you either have to have that jumper connected at all times. God, that's ugly solder.
Vampire Cell, what's up?
John, what up? Going on,
Or
homie?
you have to hold the button while you plug the USB in, and that allows defuse to see the flight controller.
Okay.
And then you can make everything really work from there.
Because that 6-inch has an old GUI on it, so one day when we're just not doing nothing, that would be cool to flash it over to like the newest GUI or whatever.
That'll be easy. Anyway, back onto it. So you don't have to hold the button down once defuse finds it. Then you load up the software and everything. And once you get that done, right before you flash it, you have to hold that button down again. Now, if it's soldered, it just stays soldered no matter what. And during the whole flashing process, you have to hold the button down. Once the flashing process is finished, you let go of the button, and it's finished being flashed. And if you have the one with the jumper, you have to de-jumper it, undo the solder.
Right. Okay.
And then all you have to do is go to the latest update of KISS GUI, plug it in, she'll recognize everything. And then you're able to flash your ESCs and etc.
Because that is one of the harder things to do is flash it, like with the V1. I know that's like a lot of people that I ran across, saying that was the toughest thing to figure out which GUI you needed and da-da-da-da. So I thought that was cool that you got to go into the newest up-to-date GUI that the V2 uses. I never use that stuff right there.
Liquid electric tape. It's the sauce.
I always thought it was interesting. And I like how it peels right back off the boards.
A little nasty, but it works. This stuff's old. I actually just bought a new can I was going to use here today from Lowe's. And it's still in my work truck.
Phew, it smells good too.
Oh, God. So, Adam wants to know if you've let Doc fly your Falco rig yet.
Yes, we switched rigs a couple weeks ago.
It was awful.
Hey, so he flew it, and he's like, because our rates are way different. This guy flies steel rates, so versus whatever Willie is, Plum, on the default is on Falco. I heard they were right around 900. I'm not sure, but so when he flew my quad, the roll was so slow. So then when he watches my videos, he's like, "How in the hell do you make that quad look so fast?" I'm like, "I have no idea."
I think he's speeding up the video.
No, I'm honestly not. It's same. Everything. Like I'm lazy when it comes to editing. The less I have to do, the better.
It's just the thing. It felt like a tank upon a tank upon a tank. Oh, it was so bad. And I don't know if I'm just so used to such really, really fast rates, and when I go to that super slow rate.
And listen, your camera angle. Trust me, I know what impulse says, but that's way more than 25.
25.
See, Doc, Adam said he flies high rates like steel. You just got to tune it to like.
That's what I said. I said if I gave it to you and said, here, fly this for a couple of weeks, you would dial it in and have it to where you liked it, and then I think you have a better experience with it.
I just have to.
Same way with yours with the KISS V2. I flew it. It was fun. That's how I know the camera angle was a little bit on not the right side, because when I flipped, it did like a sidekick instead of rolling.
Wants, get with you to get something printed.
Oh, okay. Send me. Oh, wait a minute. No, you don't do messenger shit.
All right. Here's the fun part.
He does Discord.
Yeah. No shit. Can't do Discord. I do it on my phone. You have to email it to me. Would be the way to get. I'll get it, John.
He said, please.
Send it to MD95. Can you hit him with my Gmail? It's the MD95TSI21849. Shoot me that file, John, and I'll go ahead and get it done for you, and I'll give you a call when I get it done. What color? I got red,
Shit.
yellow, or green. Depends on what size. I may have pink.
Not that one, John.
Yeah, that one. Use that one, John. Do it.
See, I can't go into I go into Discord on my phone. I got to go on my Discord on my laptop, and I don't do that. I tried to have it on my computer one time. Didn't work out for me.
I think you can send files over Discord.
No, but from my phone. Oh, you mean now I have to just email it to myself? I guess that would work. I guess it's a GoPro mount. I might not have enough paint to get that done.
Now, does your soldering iron go to sleep?
No.
Oh, see, this one will go to sleep mode after 10 minutes if the temperature doesn't change.
Oh, okay.
And this has a temperature sensor somewhere in it. So, like, it'll actually drop itself down to, like, 300.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you touch something, it'll cool down real quick. And see, it cools down and it'll crank itself back up because it knows you're trying to use it.
No, mine just stays on. There's times that thing burns.
Garbo.
All day.
Now we're going to start working on the ESCs. I don't know if you want to tackle this with me, just so it's a little less painful.
Yeah. I do. What's painful about it?
Well, so I'm going to kind of be lazy in essence. I'm not going to desolder the motors because I know a majority of these are actually pretty new solders.
Okay.
What I want to do is I want to take off these little arms, take off all this, try to clean up the solder. Not super good, just the best as we can. And then I got
Noir.
I got this stuff.
So if you guys use individual ESCs like I do, getting a bag of some servo wire, like the sauce, pre-twisted, pre-colored.
That is really nice wire. Look at that. Because when you said servo wire, I'm thinking of the flat wire. If you touch it too long, it burns the casing. And
yeah. This will melt too. It's definitely not super silicone, but it.
Just like a touch and go. I got you. So that's like what they normally come on the ESCs, the black and white stuff.
Yeah, but that stuff is, dude. Look at how much you got, and I think I paid like $10 for this.
Oh, that's a lot.
Like I'll never use it all.
A lot of wire.
A lot of water. God, this feels like it's taking forever. Was it like 11
I don't even want to read that, Chuck. I really, truly don't.
What does it say? What does it say?
Doc is right about the camera angle. Alien Cam Plate actually has a system to tell built in.
Yeah.
We are all just guessing.
Yeah.
Chuck, Doc is like
Thank
in
you,
the
Chuck.
computer room, and you've been in the computer room. We're gonna have to figure out a way now to make his head shrink back down to fit out the door.
Thank you, Chuck.
Keep it up, Chuck.
Chuck knows what's up.
20 degree, I bet
No,
you.
that's like 10.
20 degree.
That's like the same as Vampire. Vampires is negative
No,
10.
John runs flat. I never lowered my camera angle until I went flew around Vampire, Bot, and Cricket. And I was like,
Exactly.
look at
John's
this.
right.
I think sometimes
I got
John's
a
camera angle
protractor
is
at work
looking
in my
down.
desk drawer, and damn, I'm not
It's
going to bring it
adjustable.
home
I
just
don't like
so we can end
yeah,
this.
exactly.
Yes, I have a protractor in my desk at
There
work.
you have it. That's exactly what I was trying to tell you the other day. If you set it on the table and then you look at the angle, when it says 35,
I don't believe it.
that's the T-band camera angle. You find a serious angle.
Don't believe it.
Don't believe the hype.
Vampire said, nah, mine is like 10.
No, Vampires is literally looking down sometimes, I think.
John said that's only when it gets plugged in on.
Well, that's every damn time he flies, damn it.
Chuck said the slammed alien mounts are still better.
I don't think so.
Oh, wait, are you saying Chuck's wrong?
About slams, yeah.
Chuck, you gonna take that?
I think me and Chuck have talked about this before.
Camera angle, Vampire, camera angle. He said, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Talking about Vampire, your camera angle's so low, you're looking at the ground. This old dirty heat shrink off.
All right, got me set up.
Almost. you want to work with it on the arm or off the arm?
You leave it on.
It's up to you. But here's your two, and I'm just gonna reflash them. It don't matter.
See, the arm makes it easier.
It takes twice as long to rebuild a quad than it does to build a quad.
It really does when you start going through and.
Did a piece of grass seriously sneak underneath the heat shrink? No, it didn't. It was just laying on it.
Chuck, you need to get some of these 32. I think these are the 32 amp. These are the 6S rateds. I really like them. Though I've never used the smaller ones. Actually, that's a lie. I do now. See, I'm never I don't do this all at once. Like normally I'll halfway build a quad, wait 2 days, halfway build it again, wait 2 days, and do the finishing touches, and then
That's all the unsoldered, cleaned up, and desoldered. Wait, that servo wire. Where's your wire at? Like this too? Do you have any of this? Because now I got some of this. I should have this. What, 20 gauge?
No, I think it's like 16.
I got 20 right in the box here. So might be the top or the bottom. I'm not sure.
Try not.
It's gonna be the bottom one. That's the thin one. That's 24, I think.
24. Let's see if it's the same thickness, because I know I use some thick sauce. I just don't want it to be.
Oh.
What?
Chuck said, Doc's just scared of change. You know, there is a reason they don't make your camera bracket anymore.
Well, I know why they don't, and this is just me putting my tinfoil hat on, but I'm pretty sure full-size cameras are the thing of the past.
Yes.
And Chuck, you do have a point. I will give it to you. But I like my full-size Alien. It has an iconic shape, and it was one of the first frames I've ever seen.
He's a dick rider, guys.
No. Because actually, the Alien I seen before in my first video wasn't even steel. Actually, that I watched.
A lot of the frames that are off the Alien, if you actually look close at them.
Yeah.
The old QAV.
But no, the first frame I ever seen was an Alien, and it was literally just a bare frame because I looked up FPV quads, and the first thing that comes up is pretty much Aliens. And what it was is, here we go. I got some here.
Okay.
I don't have much left, but I have tons left in reality. No, so what it was is it was just a bare frame with motors on it, and it had these bullnose. It had bullnose biprops on it, and in my mind, I envisioned these bullnose biprops on this frame was the sexiest thing in the world. And I was like, God, that thing looks like a train.
I don't have no bullnose on daughter. I had the one.
And I've never used bullnose props.
I have them. I have
Because
a whole bag of them out on the table.
Yeah, because once I started learning more about FPV and everything, I realized that bullnose props are pretty useless. Well, not useless, but tri props are just better.
Now, how do you want to do this wire? Down, just nip off what came off, or how you want to measure that? Or just cut me my pieces? That'd be easier. You just snip them off. Because I say usually you put them on your PDB, you kind of leave them a little longer, right? And nip off, or I kind of don't like wasting wire like that either, so I get close.
Well, the thing is, they can be a little long, and I can kind of
Just twist and push them.
yeah, make it work.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'll go with about. Trying to get a rough guess. There we go.
But I feel like the full-size cameras, what do you think, guys? They're probably a thing of the past. I know they're still going to be around. You're still going to be able to get them, but I think the new age is definitely the
And I think
micros and the minis.
Yeah, and I think once they finally stop run cam riding Steel and Johnny FPV's dick, they're going to actually produce those minis without a label on them. Then that's when I'll buy them. Because I just don't want a camera with Mr. Steel or Johnny FPV on it.
They all don't have that though, right?
No, they all those new ones that they just came out with, like the Apex is rocking and everything, have Johnny or FP or
Their
Mr.
logo
Steel
on it.
Yeah, and I don't like that. I'm against.
I think I saw the Johnny logo. Like, I think I got a camera
Yeah.
with it on there. I was kind of wondering what the heck that was.
And I'm just against. I don't want to wear somebody's logo that.
Chris Riley is in.
Chris.
He's been out having a blast flying today.
What, brother? Glad to hear that.
Leon is playing on Velocidrome, but he's on a break, so he wanted to stop by. Explicit FPV has stopped in to say hi as well.
Chris as well. Chris is here tonight. Yeah. What's up, Explicit? Hey, Ben, brother. Being safe up there, hopefully.
Adam says, I like the full-size cams. They take a hit better.
I think that could be argued. I've had so many shells ripped apart, it's not even funny.
Alvin has stopped in. Earl RC.
Alvin.
Like I said, I'll just make them work. Take this.
Appreciate you guys stopping in. If you're just getting here, this is Doc that I fly with every weekend. So he's here and he's overhauling his Alien, and he actually cuts his own carbon. So this plate here, he actually made himself and cut. So good stuff going on. Just trying to share the love, show y'all can cut your own carbon if you're really into it.
Yeah. So there'd be a few tips I would recommend, just because I went into cutting carbon with no AutoCAD or any experience. I kind of just like went into it with knowing nothing. First thing is, make sure you buy a quality CNC machine. I do not have a quality CNC machine, and I've only had one, so I can't compare others, but I definitely could say I've seen enough YouTube videos to know that spending that extra $200 is worth it. I noticed my bottom plate that the pieces sit on is warped, and I've had to make heavy modifications to make it as less warped as possible. So making sure you have a flat work surface is definitely a huge thing, because your machine doesn't know that it isn't flat, and carbon fiber will flex when the machine starts cutting it, and you'll actually have carbon fiber not cut all the way through on some sides and cut too far on others. And that's been a big issue that I've been running into lately. So spending that extra bucks for a little high quality is worth it in the long run. You'll have a lot less headaches. Also, this is not something I would ever recommend having in a room. I have a special box for mine that's ducked outside a window, and it is in my bedroom, and it's super freaking noisy. It sucks. I would recommend some type of latex gloves. I don't use them, and it's very itchy.
Now, I saw a couple videos today. I watched a couple videos on it, so I got my curiosity up. So I saw people actually running water in there to keep the dust down.
Yeah, I just don't have that capability of doing that.
See that being a real problem too, Major, probably kind of getting that water to...
Yeah, that would be with a really high quality machine would be able to get that done. And that would keep the dust to nothing.
Because I watched a guy, he had kind of a machine like yours, and he kind of looked like he was struggling to keep the stuff flowing. It was like abundance of carbon cutting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, but there's dust everywhere. Where did my other arm go? Can I see it on the video? No.
I only have two over here.
Oh my God! Shoot me! I'm looking for my other arm. You can't find it either.
Are you
Sit to the
counting the
left of
one
me.
that's sitting on the helping hands?
Oh,
My God, you all are. Oh, Lord,
couldn't
help
find
me.
it. And we have not had a meeting with our cat yet, as the lunatic would put it.
Oh my God, I had it on the helping hands because I was going to solder it off that way, but screw it, I'm just going to do it by
Oh
hand.
my God. This is your brain. This is your brain on quads.
You ever see that spider video? This is the spider on crack. This is the spider on alcohol. This is the spider on weed.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. This is the spider on drones. I'm ready for some circle wire.
Oh, did I put it back? Like, oh no, it's over there.
I work fast, Nico.
Well, I was trying to describe stuff. Like I said, I
Oh,
can't
you're
work
gonna
and
blame it on
talk.
that?
I can't work and
No,
talk
'cause
at the
you
same
lost your-
time. That also didn't help.
Oh man. Oh. But now I think it's cool, and that's why we wanted to do the show to show you guys that. I didn't think I'd ever find someone cutting their own carbon. I thought that was like you had to go to China and kind of. Because, like I said, most people do it on the mind of making money.
Well, so you're definitely not going to be making money doing it with a tabletop CNC machine. So what they use in actual professional company is a water jet. And they are able to cut pieces in like minutes where bottom plates take me 2 hours.
Gotcha.
And I could probably cut them faster.
Now, can you get a tabletop water jet? Probably
I
not.
highly doubt it.
Okay, I highly doubt it also.
Unless you're definitely going to be spending $2,000
At
minimum.
least, I would think.
Whole thing.
Can you get mine?
I might take a transmitter down the process, but I can get one.
Oh, hold on. I'll take the transmitter down now. Accurate, right on your heels.
And first off, and the second thing is, I would not recommend it if you're not computer and mechanically inclined. Like, this isn't something I would just say the standard human can do. It's definitely complicated to know tomorrow to make it to work.
Gotcha. And like I said, knowing CAD is definitely a part because you have to be able to make your own stuff because you don't have like Thingiverse like I run to with my stuff.
Yeah, and
I mean, not unless you do. That would be really cool if you had a website out there that would give you your dimensions and your parts. That would be really cool.
and I've kind of looked. I haven't seen anything. I didn't like try really, really hard.
Gotcha.
But it's definitely a headache. You got to have patience. If you don't have patience, I just wouldn't even recommend it for you. It's having that CNC machine has driven me nuts multiple times. Just it's torn itself apart. The carbon fiber or the computer is just not happy for that minute, and it'll just drive the bit into the carbon. It'll snap a bit. It'll dislodge the motor, knock out the Y-axis, and then you have pieces everywhere and you have to reassemble something. You literally just ruin that piece of carbon you were cutting because it lost its excess, or it lost the access that it needed to work on, so the computer thinks it's somewhere else.
So the printer's temperamental. It's if you get the printer to where the bed's not level, so you have some problems like that, run off and stuff like that, it'll just keep going. But it'll only go the length of the cut. I don't know what yours will keep doing, but it doesn't really have that ferocious bit driving into something, like that. It's just kind of heating up something, letting it run through. So right now on this, black, white, and red, right?
Black, white, red. So
Okay.
Black is ground, white is telemetry, red is signal.
So it goes from this way over. Brown, white, red. I can't see all that writing that small, so.
The best thing to do is take this quad.
Oh, and look at the, yes, because you got so many laying around. Why wouldn't I think of that?
Yeah, so what it's going to be is from left to right, black, white, ground.
Yep, like ground's like what I thought.
And make sure it's up top. Yeah, okay, so you have it right. Okay, so it's going to be black, white, ground.
White, ground, gotcha. But yeah, I thought it was like I said, cool beans to be able to cut your own carbon. That's like good stuff right there.
Yeah, so And I would make sure you have like enough of a motive and a drive to do it, because if not, you're literally going to buy a tabletop machine, and halfway through trying to get it to work, you're going to give up, and you literally just dump $200 and $300. So it's something. Make sure you have enough drive when you start the project to get the project done. That bothers me a lot, because I see people start something and never finish it, or say they're going to do it, and it's, I'm just one of those people. I believe if you say you're going to do something, do it.
Yeah, I'll get to the point where I kind of get a bunch of projects going at one time and then kind of get lost in one.
Yeah, and that's what I told you. I have projects like the RC cars, and I was gonna get into that, and then I had to sit there and streamline my stuff due to cash and funds and everything. And the CNC machine took up a lot of it. And I'm not gonna make this. Isn't something you're making your money back on either. Don't think you're gonna save money in the long run. Like, I would really recommend, unless, like, for me, getting Impulse RC parts takes forever. It's hard. It's pretty damn expensive. And especially Alien, you have to order directly from Australia, which sucks in the first place. And then it takes forever to get here, unless you want to spend $50 for it to be flown immediately.
Yeah, that kind of does suck.
So if you're using, another thing I would recommend, if you're using a different frame every week, if you're just one of those people who don't have the same quad of everything, probably not the most recommended thing to buy one. And try to make your own pieces for each one of those individual frames. And it's not like the measurements and everything are out there, except for, I think, the TBS frame. I think that thing's open.
Oh yeah, the Source one. Yes.
Yeah, the Source one you can just get everything for, because it's Source one.
Yes. I have quite a few of those frames. They're really nice frames too.
I
I like the fact that it's open source.
Yeah, and
People put in their inputs and then they change it, due to that and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I didn't imagine Alien would have their Alien just laying out there like that.
And people who do the fakes, they don't have their fakes out there either, so it's not like you can get the fakes easy.
Basically, if you ain't working a mic, you ain't getting the specs or whatever it's called that you measure it with.
Yeah.
You gotta know how to work one of them, obviously.
Yeah, make sure you have a micrometer. Which micrometers, if you get a digital one, it practically does itself, and that's what I have. I have a digital.
I've yet to get one of those, but if I get into it, which I might be, I don't know. I do think it's cool, like you said, if you run the same frame and stuff and you want to cut your own.
Yeah.
Because obviously the efficiency of the machine and running, you can't.
Yeah.
You only cut so much for yourself or whatever.
And secondly, carbon's hard to cut. Like, even if you get a tabletop machine, it's not made to cut carbon. Even if it says it's rated for it, it's not. I promise you.
The hardness of it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So you're gonna have to really do some tricks to make it work for you. And you're gonna have to get creative. Like, if you're doing something that requires 2 separate bits, I had to do this with my bottom plates, and I'm gonna have to do them with my top plates. And I wanted to talk to you about this because it sucks. So, at least with the candle program that I have, the machine doesn't tell itself, okay, I gotta use a different size bit now, so let me pause and stop so the user can swap me out. The thing just thinks, hey, I'm going from this hole to this hole now, and I don't give a shit if it's 2 size holes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so then what I have to literally do is I have to pause the program, and even if you pause the program, the bit doesn't stop turning. Then I have to sit there and unplug the motor so it doesn't spin anymore. Now I have to swap out the bit. And FYI, if you're using 2 separate bits, 9 times out of 10 there's 2 separate heights. So then I have to take a micrometer and measure whatever it is so I don't lose my Z-axis anymore. It's a hassle.
It is. Wow,
for me to cut these is a miracle. Because I had to use a 1.5 millimeter to get these camera locking slots. And then everything else is a 2.5.
Wow. So yeah, so when you hear, like, what what it is to do it. Oh yeah, it lets you know like, wow, it is a lot of work to do it. A lot of, like you said, a lot of time to be there and patience.
And you have to sit with that machine. It's definitely not something you can like walk away
It's
from.
like I could start this and go to the store.
Yeah, no, you can't do that.
Right.
It's because immediately it's like a child that's trying to kill itself, and you just happen to have knives lying everywhere.
Oh man, it's one way to put it.
It is. Because like I've walked away and used the restroom, and it's just like, oh, my Z-axis is now
Ripping itself apart.
yeah, it's like, oh, it's now like -5 millimeters, and you're cutting a 1.5 millimeter
I noticed on
plate.
your build too, you tin everything first. Like you're working on it, so you're doing all four. You do all four at one time, don't you?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. When I first started building, everybody used to ask me, "Did I do that?" I kind of like go just as I go.
I mean, you almost have to. So much faster.
It is. I think I built the quad in a half hour online.
Really?
35 minutes. It wasn't much. It wasn't off that.
We are doing your longest build right now, FYI.
Let me see, what time is it? It's 9:30. Not too bad. What was it, Chuck? What was that fast one I did? Like 35 minutes, wasn't it? I don't know if he's still here or not. I appreciate you guys hanging in here because, well, I know some people find it like watching grass grow, but when you get done and you plug this thing in, I'll tell you what, that's the moment to wait for. I don't think you have no problems here. This guy knows his kid shit.
Well, the skill is, it's like it was working before, so will it work again?
Oh boy.
It's not one of those things where it's a brand new build where it's like,
True. More or less getting new bottom plate, new wires. I tried to get him to put new arms. He wouldn't.
I mean,
Even offered him the arm.
we can.
Oh, see, now he's saying we can. So, see, I talked him into it. Makes you all sexy, new arms, new bottom plate. No excuses when we fly this weekend is what I'm saying. So I say, let's go down over that water, power loop that bridge. He won't mess in the water.
Just
I don't like it myself neither, because if you mess up, the quad goes in, and there's no chance of getting it.
Yeah, I mean,
Now the creeks that we're going up Ellicott City to play with, bro, world of difference. Like you're talking the deepest part is up to your knee. That I can deal with. But when it's deep, you know that current's gonna grab your quad. Nah.
hi, quad.
What is okay. Are you familiar with Will over Impulse?
Will over at Impulse.
Uh-huh.
No, if that's a person that works there, I've never met a single person that works at a FPV company. Well, if I could meet Will, I'd be awesome because I'd ask him for all the carbon specs so I could just not have to measure shit.
You're damn crazy.
Like, yo, can you just give me that crap? I promise I won't sell it.
Oh, I don't know. You'll be trying to rip us off.
Why is he
I'm sure the Chinese guy that told him that as well.
Well, I can tell you this. They definitely didn't. They did the same thing I did. They didn't.
Just spec it, right? Bought one and spec it.
Yeah. Because
that's what you have to do. Like I said, you have to be good with a micrometer and spec and stuff. And then, like, Doc has his own way. He takes paper and shades it over.
Well, I was just going to do that so I didn't have to take your crap over.
Oh, okay. But, yeah, so it'll be cool, like I said. My frames have a 2-year warranty, so when they're definitely done and busted up and broke something, of course, I'm going to call my boy Doc before I call or buy it somewhere else, just see how good his part holds up so I can talk trash when it breaks easier and stuff.
Bye.
Man, your stuff broke, bro.
What did it break?
Like, yeah, it's called carbon. All of it breaks. Anything with it?
It's called user error.
Probably a lot of that goes on. That's why I said my one that I replaced the arm on. It was my original frame. And, I mean, I crammed that thing. Look at that go-kart, that one triangle gap that we were hitting.
Oh, yeah.
That's just straight killing your quad every time you miss.
It's not pretty. Let's see if I can put a little more solder in there.
That's what I do. I'll solder it on and then go back and just touch it to cold because it'll be cold and it'll heat.
I don't, but this one just looks so ugly.
But mine look pretty for you then, damn.
Oh no, just I'm not super nitpicky. I just try to.
Oh,
Because the KISS BDBs have these like little slots in them, and I try to at least get it locked into that
I
slot.
kind of like when they do that, honestly. And I do the same thing. I kind of make sure the wire at least gets up on the kind of tab, but then fills that kind of hole at the same time.
Yeah.
I like the TBS little nano VTXs do that. And I'll tell you what, it's really nice they do that, because for you to try to solder it and get that in that tiny little hole, then it just, you know what I mean? So take, just like they do there, it's like half moon, like cut out. So you just kind of put your wire up there, wham, and go with it.
Black, white, red.
There you go, you can get rid of that too.
Oh yeah.
Unless I put mine on backwards, I hope not.
No, it's ground telemetry
So
signal.
grabbed all your wires, all your screws.
You did what?
Grabbed all your screws. Hey Alvin, I didn't put a video out yet. On Instagram I put a video up. I bought the DHK Wolf 2 buggy. Man, that thing has been the truth so far. I'm still running on nickel metal. 4600 Venom packs.
We're gonna put 8S on it.
No, it's gonna melt. But I'm gonna run a couple more nickel packs through it. It's got a brushed motor. I bought the brushed one just because, you know, I want to tear it apart and put a nice brushless in it and all that. So I'm gonna use the Validian, that 3S one, and then put 3S on it. It should be a beast of a buggy. It runs good now. It runs fast, believe it or not. I don't know if you saw that one yet. HK. I like their Maximus 8S, I think it was. 6S maybe. 8 might be asking too much.
I don't think I can do what I do here.
What?
Think about how I was gonna start heat shrinking it, but I don't want to do what I normally do.
Well, with
So my heat gun, I can literally lay on it and it's shooting upwards. So I ain't like.
I got you on a heat gun right here.
No, that one doesn't like lay on the ground. What?
You just have to hold it.
I hate building. I gotta make it easy on me.
Man, building to me, I like flying, but building is like the bee's knees of this. Like now I will put my foot in my mouth here, because the ground guys are gonna laugh. So, you know, when I said about driving, I was like, man, you know, you're on the ground. And I remember when I used to run the ground RCs, I used to say the guys in the air didn't have no obstacles. And I kind of got my foot put in my mouth and I start flying on that. So then I said, well, you know, to me, the quads are a little harder to build, because you have to make it fly versus something that just turns four wheels. I'm going to tell you what, when I took that Traxxas E-Revo apart and had it apart for, say, just about a month before I put it back together, with all the screws just thrown in a tub, all the parts just randomly thrown in a tub together, I tell you what, I give you guys mad respect, because the parts off of just one side of that thing, it's like 18 parts, I think, that I was putting on each side, and there's 4 corners on that thing. I tell you what, that's a lot of work right there. You guys go through a lot, especially, and this guy wants to build, but he wants to build RCs as a kit. He'd build his first one and be like, I'm down to do what you do, just buy it and then we'll put bigger motors in it. It's a lot of work.
Alvin said that's badass, Chris. I seen the picture Crystal posted, but didn't know what it was. I like it.
Yeah, dude, it's like I said, it seems legit so far. All-wheel drive, CVD axles, the big thick ones. It's got 8th scale shocks on it. They're not the greatest, don't get me wrong. They're plastic, you know, and stuff, but they do very well. It's got 8th scale, the 8th scale hubs. Pretty much a lot of the stuff they use in the Zombie and the Maximus, or whatever they call it, I've noticed they're using like on the buggies too. I picked it up for like I say 150, but it was like 160, 170. Paid $10 for shipping. RC Hobby Explosions or something, RC Explosions or whatever it's called. Because Doc's into the buggies too, the RC, so that's what I was trying to do, find something. I tried to get into the $100 range, but I just couldn't get there with $100. I almost bought the Bandit as well before I bought the DHK. Dude, I'm glad I waited. 4-wheel drive versus 2-wheel. Because I like the Bandit, but it's kind of reminds me a lot of my Triple XD.
Okay.
You good?
Whew. I wish we could take a break. You want to like do news? Do you have any news? No news.
She can read something off her iPad, I'm sure. I told her we're back news next. So just figured where we'd be so deep into this. So breaking news tonight. Doc's revealing his alien.
On the spot.
Doc hates building.
Y'all see this? The man hates building.
I do so much.
Slime, you got building. Oh, so I'm glad he popped this out. So this Doc is the original guy with the lipo, guys, with the whole shrink wrap in the lipos.
I don't even have any with me at the moment.
Actually, is where I got the idea was from him.
Yep, just get rolls and rolls and rolls. Heat shrink.
That stuff is legit. I got something back there for some new batteries that are coming in next week.
Oh, yeah.
Three
Want some stickers?
3 Mo 6S batteries.
I got stickers there. You want some stickers?
Yeah, I got tons of stickers.
Stickers.
I think all the nudie stickers are out, so I can show it on YouTube.
Don't matter.
Stickers.
He
Oh
sticker,
no, there was a nudie sticker.
he sticker bombs everything. His batteries are all. You're not gonna grab one of his batteries by mistake.
Nope. My stickers. Actually, I just got a whole bunch of TBS stickers when I got that trial. Got scissors.
I do. Should be. Or no, actually, I'm gonna have to go out there and grab them. We had them out there in the greenhouse.
Greenhouse. What are you growing?
Plants.
Plants.
Vegetable plants.
Oh, not the smoke-a-dee-dee-dee.
No, not smoke-a-dee-dee-dee plants. Vegetable plants.
You looking up some news, alright?
I guess I gotta do like finger puppets to entertain them. What do I do? That's
Shit, you got the good tape right here, bro. What are you talking about?
finger puppets.
This right here is the good stuff. Plum. You got the good stuff.
Yeah, of course I got the good stuff.
Where'd you buy this big ass roll at?
Amazon, I'm pretty sure.
Huh?
Amazon.
And you can't just stick that on without zip tying it.
No.
Put a little bit of heat when you do it. Take your heat gun, heat the tape up, stick it, then a little bit of heat on there, and then stick it.
Well, I don't zip tie it.
Oh, no, that's right. You float. Never mind. I forgot you were Stacey Winter from floating. I do the same thing you do now, kind of.
Yeah, I mean,
So that's what my VTX do. They're like just laying down in here now.
Yeah, you can see this VTX. He just blah,
Yeah,
doing his thing.
I forgot.
Actually, here's a really good example. This is how my VTX is held on.
Yeah, mine's the same way. I take my top plate off and it just unhook it.
Look at that sturdy VTX, guys. That's how a VTX is held on.
Yeah, ask him when he stood on the car parking garage about
Look,
45 minutes on
the VTX reset itself. It was working. It was just on the wrong channel. I swear. You give me my heat gun. It's in the black box.
the big monster one?
Yeah,
Oh, it's in the black box.
black box.
Yeah, freaking industrial heat gun. No wonder.
I paid $16 for that. Thank you.
Christ.
$16.
What you gonna buck with this damn thing?
16 buckaroos. Look at that beast.
Shit remind me of Ray and shit. Ray be taking. It says Ray. Oh, Ray. Rex. My bad. Jesus Christ. Yeah, maybe I'd be over here.
Yeah, I'm trying not to cook your camera.
Hey, Ray. Why you guys? They'll be like, look at them guys. They're getting all Sahara looking up in there. It's an oasis.
I think I see a mirage.
That might glitch the power a little bit.
Shoot, I lost the. There it is.
Big ass gun. Jesus. That's when putting tin on windows and shit. Burning paint off of a house.
Good to go, but that's going to cost you extra fruit baskets.
Huh?
Huh?
Why?
Oh, funny.
Extra for the baskets.
Extra fruit baskets.
Oh. Well, you know
All right.
Neil always told you your fruit baskets are coming.
You plugged in?
She still says that, Neil, if you're listening. She still tells me I owe her fruit baskets.
Fruit baskets.
I told her as long as I owed them to her, Never be broke, right?
No, but I might be hungry.
And that mic will cancel once you fired it up. It should cancel the noise out. You hungry? What, you want a burger or a dog? What? Burgers, dogs. You want a dog?
Burgers or docs?
Yeah, there's one burger left. George, we already ate.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't want it, but I'm trying to like get this done.
He's ready to tell me there's some food out there, and
Well, the
can't
thing
take a
is,
break.
I
No,
knew
really.
we were going to take like long
We're
because
worse than Kathy Lee and this bitch. Like we work for kids, you know what I'm saying?
I'm slow builder, and the thing is like this.
You
is
make
probably,
me feel like Johnny Lightning and all and shit. You make me feel like I know what I'm doing here.
because the thing is I don't like doing it, so I'm slow at doing it.
Procrastinating.
Like I will pretty much when I showed you, I will get all these prepped and I'll stop the build and like wait 2 days.
Jeez. See, now I know when a guy flew with one quad for so long. And I told him, you're not yourself, man. You need to get, come on, bro. You need another quad.
Oh
at
no,
least.
that was a TBS issue.
So he's back on track now, hopefully.
Yeah, I didn't have a spare.
The next build, I promise, I'll have him in gear. Nah, take your time away. You don't mess nothing up. You can't blame me. My workstation, you know what I mean?
Workstation did it.
Yep. There's your big mat. When you said big thing.
Bigger than
No
mine.
comment. No comment.
And you take a break whenever you want. She's got news.
She's got news.
You know, there's fucking flies all over him. Not
Oh
giving him
no,
a break.
it wants me. Let me heat gun these and then we can take a break. That way at least this is done. Oh, you didn't strip them.
Huh?
You didn't strip
You
them.
didn't do your
Oh, I
job.
didn't know if you had to cut them to.
No, I just force them on whatever they are.
I didn't know. I thought
Have you not seen this thing? They're all cranked up in there.
I just figured you were gonna cut it to size.
I cut it long enough. Good and tight.
Try to leave a little weight on there for you. Like I said, building is like, to me, I'd say half, but maybe a little better than half. I like flying, but building definitely I like a little more. I don't know which one you did and which one you didn't do.
Yeah, I'm trying to find out which one's
That one either.
There we go.
It's gonna fire up and have like, ooh, feel sensations running all through his veins. New wire. Got it.
Yeah, but I did see the LEDs flicker.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wait till it heats up, man.
Hey, the bread is everything. It's hot there.
Do the most important part. Yeah, feel it burn. Perfect. Look at that. Watertight right there.
Yeah. She put that bitch in the water. I used to think that too. Wait for the mask to come. That's too new looking now. Hot potato. I bet that when you did that heat shrink on that battery, made that shit a lot easier. Though. You took a little bit from mine, not a little bit, but you know.
Oh yeah, what I do is I just prepped it and had all of them just
It's up and over. I got a big gun.
This thing's like $16 off Amazon, and look at all that stuff it comes with.
Oh no, it's made for straight paint and shit. That's serious one there.
It's nice. It's freaking sturdy. I was like, no way, that's $16.
I know, right? I would do that too. And paint it.
All right. We got.
And I hate that thing because then you can't put it away until the freaking end.
Yeah,
goes.
that's the thing that sucks.
The bitch
Because I melt the
shit-
plastic in there. You seen where
Yeah, I was
I've
gonna
done it
say.
before.
Melt the shit out of plastic.
Well, now we got 4 freshly finished.
Look at that.
New wires.
Needs
Got
blue
that.
carbon now.
Out has the new Fataba colored wires and out the Spectrum.
What's wrong with Spectrum though?
I just don't like that yellow. It just happened to be what I had at the time.
All right, Crystal's got some news.
We're gonna like flip this up.
Jackson knew you didn't. Yep.
No, John asked if
Oh, I
he
don't know. I
was
broke it. Oh no!
You're good.
I broke it.
Bam. Crystal, sit right in that chair.
Good.
Crystal gonna need your chair though.
You don't need my chair. Can I have your chair though?
In the news.
I guess we can switch chairs. Y'all throwing me off.
You can get your burger now too if you want it to.
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh,
Yeah,
look, you say
that's
food, and he's like, I'm gone. See y'all.
Velvet,
Adios.
that red velvet cake finally digest.
You don't shut up about dessert.
News.
Look, it's news time, and they all left me. Go figure. That's okay. They know that's our time. So, as you all heard, they threw me under the bus kind of late on Drilling Drone News. So, hang tight with me. I found a few, but we're going to flipper through because I only had 5 minutes. I did have articles earlier, but somebody told me, nah, don't worry. Improvise. In drone news, India is likely to use drones to beat back locust. India is thinking of using drones to beat back the locusts that have swarmed in parts of India, posing a threat to crops spread over thousands of hectares. The mission of civil aviation, in an order dated May 21st, granted a conditional exemption to the Agriculture Ministry to use remotely piloted aircraft, as drones are more formally known, to spray pesticides and in aerial surveillance and photography, specifically in anti-locust measures. A senior government official told ET that the order was approved within 24 hours after the Agriculture Ministry spoke to the Civil Aviation Ministry seeking permission to use the drones due to the threat posed by locusts to food security. In a view of the urgency of the matter, the government of India, in exercise the powers conferred under Rule 160 of the Aircraft Rules 1937, provides conditional exemption to Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Who knows, guys? Maybe our pandemic will start easing up some of the quote-unquote rules of drones. In other news, a 34-year-old man shot down a drone flying over a chicken processing plant in southern Minnesota, according to felony charges. Travis D. Winters of Butterfield was charged with criminal damage to property and reckless discharge of a firearm in city limits in connection with a gunfire on May 8th. The charges say the drone operator was outside Butterfield Foods and was asked by Winters and another man what he was doing. The operator, identified by the county attorney's office as 32-year-old Eric Goldberg of Oregon, replied that he was capturing images of chickens being slaughtered as a consequence of the coronavirus pandemic. Winters then fired his 12-gauge shotgun and downed the drone, which, according to the drone operator, was valued around $1,900. Okay. The complaint said Goldberg followed Winters, who was holding the drone, into the plant and heard him say, "I shot the drone." The county attorney did not explain what prompted his actions. Winters, who was charged by summons and is due in court on June 23rd, said Tuesday that he disagrees with quite a bit of what the prosecution is alleging, but declined to go into specifics. Winters did say he is not a Butterfield employee, but does contract work through the plant for his cargo and freight company. Lindy was unaware why Goldberg decided to fly his drone over the plant beyond what was explained in the complaint. It was just some idea that he got to do that. Let me break it down for you. By euthanizing the chickens, you're cutting the trucking company's throat that you contracted with. He was documenting what you were doing, and then you illegally shot his drone out of the sky. I'm going to try to keep tabs on this to find out just exactly what comes out of it. Be interesting to find out what kind of $1,900 drone said man was flying. In other news, drones are banned in Beijing right now, and here's why. You're going to have to wait to get those aerial shots of Beijing. Thanks to the ongoing 2 sessions, drones are temporarily banned from being flown. According to Abacus News, drones are prohibited in the capital until May 28th. Both organizations and individuals will be barred from conducting any type of flying activity for sports, entertainment, or advertising purposes. They didn't say hobby purposes. I guess technically that could fall under entertainment, but that's an argument. We call our purposes stress relief. That's a health purpose. According to the ban, it applies to any unmanned vehicle or what authorities refer to as equipment with a radar cross-section no larger than 2 meters, can fly under 1,000 meters at speeds up to 200 kilometers. That means hot air balloons, paragliders, and model airplanes are also forbidden. Beijing police have issued similar no-fly rules ahead of the 2 sessions since 2005. In the past, the authorities have also banned selfie sticks, limiting the number of foreign customers into restaurants, and temporarily suspended Airbnb bookings due to these meetings. A lot of secretive stuff going on over there. And in other news, well, Steptoe has just secured a significant trial victory for Autel Robotics USA at the U.S. International Trade Commission. On March 2nd, the chief administrative law judge of the ITC found that SZDGI Technology Company Ltd. and 7 related entities, together known as DGI, the world's largest maker of consumer drones, has violated Section 337 of the Tariff Act of 1930 as amended by importing and selling drones that infringe upon U.S. patent number 260184 belonging to Alltel. As a result, the Chief Administrative Law Judge recommended that the infringing products be excluded from importation into the U.S., including the Mavic Pro, Mavic Pro Platinum, Mavic 2 Pro, Mavic 2 Zoom, Mavic Air, and yes, the Spark. Together, these represent some of DJI's most popular drones sold in the United States. The Chief Administrative Law Judge's initial determination also recommended a cease and desist order prohibiting DJI from selling any of these products already in the United States at the time the exclusion order issued. It also granted Alltel's request that DJI post a 9.9% bond during the 60-day presidential review period following the exclusion order. What does this mean? This means two very big giants in the camera drone industry are now head-to-head in war, with one just getting a slight edge above the other. What's it mean for DJI? Time's going to tell. Frank Wang has gone to battle with numerous countries and numerous companies before. Time's going to tell, guys, but if you want one, now might be the time. If they've already taken them off the shelves,
I want it.
find one on Marketplace, find one on Craigslist, find one anywhere you can if you want it, because patent laws don't play. There could be some very big changes coming to DJI, whether they want them or not. Because if it's true, I don't know. For a judge to rule, and this is a patent judge, so it's not just a regular court judge going, yeah, you're in violation. That's not what type of courts these are. These patent judges have to go line by line, word by word, looking at parts. It could get ugly. But on the other hand, we all know that old saying of how money talks and bullshit walks. This might come down to one of those battles. Time's going to tell. Now, who's going to fly this weekend? Who's going to show me some amazing footage? I know y'all may not have seen the comments lately. I have still been watching. My fingers just have not been feeling as talkative as they always have. Like the rest of us, I guess I personally have been affected more than I had thought during this time, and kind of like shrank back into the shadows some, but I'll never give up on my family. I'll never give up on my brothers. You guys take me places that I don't get to go, that are not on the East Coast always. I appreciate it. And I'm hoping, since it is a holiday weekend, and some of the things have been lifted in certain areas, maybe not all, but I'm hoping to get to see some new things, some new places. And like you heard Chris and Doc say, yeah, I've got a few tricks up the sleeve that I've been scouting out some new spots for them. And either this coming weekend or the one following, there'll be some new shots from them as well. So, yeah, Sunday and Monday, at least here, has been looking more promising. That's very true, Night Train. It's all about the monies for the lawsuit. But the catch with this one is Both companies have big monies and pocketed lawyers. So who's going to get uglier is the question. Who's going to throw the low blows? Who's going to come out with the truth? Who's going to have to back down? Only time's going to answer those questions. Been doing some underwater photography? Awesome. I'll definitely have to check those out. Yeah, I've been out taking some shots of my own. And guys, if the weather is shit, you know you can always break out them little whoops, fly the simulators. You can still get that stick time in. Yeah, we've had most of that this week as well, Birdman. It sucks. John, that's low, but that's a good point there. DJI has more money and Corona if it gets bad. But hey, right now, I mean, even in Beijing, they're not allowed to fly, and parts of China have been put on a lockdown again due to coronavirus. So who knows? Like I said, guys, time's going to tell for some of these answers. Chuck, you're tired of the sim? You haven't even been on it that long, my dear. Think of some of these guys out here like Leon who have hundreds of hours. It's not the same thing as that quad out ripping and scooting through the air as you hear those motors and props just turning. You don't get that same adrenaline rush. Huckleberry, welcome, my dear. Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, I'm trying to multitask. The guys are taking a break. We let Doc eat. He's in the middle, actually, of an alien rebuild. And I believe this may be his first time ever building live. But yeah, I hear them out there doing the little chitter chatter, chitter chatter. Oh, you know, some guys say Sims suck, others say Sims help. I think Sims help with muscle memory, especially if you're using your own transmitter, because the motions are going to be the same whether you're flying on the sim or you're flying outside. So the muscle memory is still being built, but the adrenaline rush is definitely different. I mean, it's like comparing a Hubsan with a, a Source One. Totally different ballgame, but at the same time, they both fly, and you can get enjoyment out of both. Doc needed a break. The real MD doesn't take a break. But just remember, this goes to show you guys as well, okay? We all may have the love of the hobby in one form or another. But some are stronger at other things, or some are strong at some things, and others are stronger at different things. You've heard Doc say, I hate building. He prefers to fly. Chris, on the other hand, it seems like more lately, is in love with building, where it used to be the love of the flying. Don't get me wrong, the love of the flying is still there with him. He still gets that adrenaline rush every time we're finding a new spot. It's just like the first time that he ever flew FPV. And I'm sure you guys understand what I mean by that. It's that jittery, that stomach queasy, but yet it's so exciting in that rush. And see, that's what's crazy, because that article I just read to you with Steptoe saying that Altel has won, that was dated May 13th. Okay? The one that you're talking about is dated May 22nd. So one's won one round, one's won the other. So who the hell is really truly right? How can you both win in a lawsuit? You have a plaintiff and you have a defendant. Okay, one's right, one's wrong. If I took you to court, are we both going to come out as winners? Or is one of us going to come out as a winner and the other is going to come out as a loser? Now you think about that one. And it's right there. Last week saw a victory for Altel. This week sees a victory for DGI. What is this going to be? 1 week you win this one 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 week you win this one. But who knows? See, building on a budget can be fun because then you're taking not top of the line parts. You're taking something that anybody really truly can afford. And I say that because I've showed you guys what my paychecks are. If I can afford to buy parts, anybody can save up and afford to buy parts. That's the catch to a budget build, though. If you honestly have to do a true budget build, you have to have patience. Because when you're on a real budget, you're not going to have the money to go, okay, I need 4 motors, I need a flight controller, I need an ESC, or I need a stack, I need a PDB, I need a frame, though. I need a VTX. You're not going to be able to pull all those together, okay? I personally have seen budget builds take a month. I've seen budget builds take 6 months. It all depends on what your budget is. You just remember that. And that's why I said everybody has their own strengths. Patience is not always a strength in any hobby. See, Huckleberry's ordering parts for another 3-inch now. Well, John, I feel you on that one. You got the frame, you got the Zing motors, now over a month for the Mamba stack. Night Train, you remember that 3-inch, is it the 3-inch Alien that Chris has coming from TBS to do the Cinewoop frame? Yeah, well, I bought that in the beginning of April. It shipped on April 15th. I just put in a ticket with TBS the beginning of last week to find out, can y'all look into this? Because no updates, no nothing. Got an email back from Mike Chin telling me, yep, the slow boat is even slower than normal right now. Please be patient. It has shipped. So I understand that patience thing, and I understand that parts take forever. And the thing of it is, yeah, shipping sucks right now from overseas, but it's not only overseas because they can't only blame it on a slow boat. I know from my job, we've ordered parts. They're sitting in customs here in the U.S. They're here and have been here for over a month. That's how backed up our ports are as well. So just remember, it's not only over there. When it gets over here, it still sits and waits. And it's like, okay. One of these days, But think of it this way: those parts, you know, you're not really going to forget about them, but when they show up, it's going to be like Christmas. Hey, look, it's Christmas in June, Christmas in July, whenever we all actually get our stuff. Yeah, right? Yours took a bit also, but that was before the pandemic. And see, I know how to track international packages. So I told Chris, I was like, all right, it shipped on the 14th. So I'm thinking, you know, things are starting to move because Chris had bought one of his Apex frames right at the very beginning. And it finally moved and he got it. Of course, it's here, it's built. So I was thinking, oh, okay, things are kind of getting back to normal in their shipping world. And then I ordered this one, and it moved, or it shipped on the 14th. It moved on the 15th. It has nothing since. And I'm like, that's not a good sign. I try, John. I try.
Are you done with your news yet?
Dude, I've been done with my news. We are now talking builds and being patient and waiting on budget build parts.
Hello.
Poor John's been waiting for over a month for his Mamba stack, and I told him how.
Hey, John,
What?
it's
A
not
month?
as bad as Kiss.
Well, I don't know. Chris is still waiting for a TBS frame that shipped out on
you
the
sit so low.
14th of April. I'm short, dude. I
Yeah,
need
it's
to
alien
have my
frame.
feet touch the ground.
You're short, so you should have it as high as possible.
No, because then my feet swing and they don't touch the ground. It's like sitting on a curb and your feet don't touch the ground. That's like the most frustrating thing in the world. No, it's
She
not.
gets set
Try
on the
being
curb.
short.
She's so short, she gets set on the curb and swing her feet.
Certain curbs I can. That's the sad thing.
It's actually 10. We could just, like, wind the show down, honestly.
All right, guys, we'll never be built again. It's a park forever.
We're on just use these as parts here.
You know you are full of shit. And yeah, you can have my chair to finish the build if you want.
You like that chair better?
Huh?
You like that chair better?
No, actually, I hate this chair. That's why I always sit in that chair.
I'll trade you. I'm jacked up too. So.
Why are you going to trade me?
I was trying to make you happy.
I appreciate that,
That's why.
but you're the one who's doing the work, not this chick.
He's
I'll let
like,
you finish it.
he's like, I am.
You want it to fly?
Hey, you never know until you try.
You want it to fly?
It might fly.
That's what it was. Look, it was cricket.
Those guys will tell you to fly, but this chick will tell you,
Bet
yeah.
that bitch get hot now. It was loose.
Was it?
Yeah. And I probably do have to replace the tip in it.
Doc is literally, what, half hour, 45 minutes?
What, from here?
Uh-huh.
I'm 45 minutes.
That's what's that, half hour, 45 minutes? It
Well, I
all
thought you were
depends on
saying
if
a
you're
half
driving.
hour plus
Do you
45.
go up
Or
and run down
Chris is driving.
where's the road that you hit from 50? Peggy something?
The one at Rofo.
No, the
Oh,
one
you go
before
way up
that.
to Rofo every time?
No, I know I could go up the one by Tall Tales. It's just I forgot.
Right as you come across Vienna and you come to where they remember they used to have that thing in Vienna set up there in that field to the right.
Oh, why would I turn left there?
We did that the
It
first
takes
time.
you that. It takes you. Yeah, dude, it shoots you right across, right to your house. It takes you across something P. I'm off with the name. Peggy Neck or something. And it takes you to Indian Bone Road.
Peggy Neck is in.
I know Kirtland.
Yeah.
But it's up to Doc if he wants to finish it online. He can.
That's up to how many people we even have watching?
8.
8? I don't know. That's up to them then.
You guys want to see a quad be finished once in a blue moon?
Wow, Huckleberry, that's crazy. Okay.
Huckleberry? What?
Now, he said he ordered some parts from Amazon. The warehouse is literally 30 miles away, and the parts took 2 weeks. Okay. I would have drove to Amazon myself and picked them up.
She will.
I am still waiting on my lens, Chuck, that I ordered on April 19th. It still hasn't shipped.
You think that solder iron's gonna get hot? Oh wait, if it's not plugged in, probably not.
No.
I'm like, wait a minute, this thing should get hot already. I'm like, oh yeah, you unplug in the Monster
Boost.
blow jobber.
telling you, dude, that thing's awesome, and it's even like designed to sit like that, which I love.
I'm telling you, Chuck, Amazon hates me.
They do, bro. Every time she orders something,
Look,
it takes
I had
forever.
Chris scared to actually order drone parts. It was hilarious.
No, not drone parts.
To order anything.
Computer parts when I was building the PC.
Anything. All my shit for photography during all this pandemic, nothing would ship. Nothing. They held my shit forever. I mean, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then it would finally ship. His stuff, computer parts, drone batteries, okay, were more essential and would ship out faster than anything else. And okay, I'm just gonna throw it out here.
iPad, you just see.
I'm just gonna throw it out here. One of the
Thanks,
people who is associated with the drone network but is not sitting here ordered intimate items, and they shipped within 2 freaking days. So I guess they're essential too.
Damn
But
straight, because
just
they
come
use
out and
lube
say-
on them.
bullshit!
Just come out and say Jim bought
See, the
himself.
thing is, when you buy lube, it comes fast.
It wasn't even lube. It was a damn dildo. Now, how the hell is that essential?
Because it comes fast.
No, it doesn't.
How does
You're
this
not
do it?
getting
It's either battery operated or it's manually
He's not
operated,
getting it at
and
all,
it does
that's
not come faster because it is an inanimate object.
It does come fast.
It does not. You have to be alive. Never mind, shut up.
Right.
Guys, what are we doing? Are we building a drone?
I'm about to say, those sex dolls are pretty real now.
Did you see in Korea how they had they did one of their soccer games and they set
Yeah, I
sex
did.
dolls
That was
up in the
awesome.
stands?
They
They did
actually
it,
had a big issue with that.
It was
too.
Georgia. I think Georgia. So a restaurant took and put to social
Social
distancing.
distancing.
They had a table, a blow up doll. They bought like 200 blow up dolls, and they dressed them up in clothing. So then I was thinking to myself when they said that, what are you gonna do with the perfectly round mouth? And then them ones, they had actually like Halloween masks on. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, but those sex dolls are like damn real. They were showing images and like it looked like a person.
And this guy doesn't like dolls.
I don't. I have a huge pediophobia, so it's. And pediophobia sounds so dumb, but that's actually the fear of dolls.
And he tells us one day about that, and I about scared the pants off of him. We're walking. We get into like urban exploring when we can, because it's not a lot around here. But we go in
Every chance we get.
we go up in we're up in where were we? What was it called there? Through there? I know Lewis, but
Cape Henlopen?
no, but what was the Fort something? Whatever it was. So it's like an old house and the old beds and all, right. So we're walking down to get back out to the car. I actually see the door gap, so I actually break away. Crystal, I was with Crystal, dude.
That
Crystal,
was at Cape Henlopen at that stupid. It was the old military.
yeah, whatever that was, right? And then I sneak in. I leave her. She don't even see me. I go in and I run all the way to the end window, and he's looking in the window, and I just pop up. They said he about faint.
God.
That would have been a long walk back carrying Doc. That was the day we walked like 5 miles.
We try to get in the freaking.
Oh, God.
I was like,
We get into some stuff. We went into the wood plant down here and walked through that day. I got video of it. I just never posted a video of it, but it's fun, the stuff we get into.
My extra youngins, you see, I have to sit in the middle. Gotta keep them straight.
She tries to keep us at jail. She does a good job on the weekends, I guess.
Y'all haven't been locked up yet.
Nope.
Yet is keyword.
Still bringing his hair out.
oh yeah, Steve wishes he had this hair look long.
He cut it off.
Did he have it long like this?
I don't know if it was that long.
Oh, that's it.
Mine, yeah. Been a long time. Mine wouldn't grow. Mine gets curly, nappy.
I can't believe mine's longer than yours. I thought your hair was longer than mine. It's not.
Jesus. Fucking hair. Imagine a quad getting wrapped in that. Oh,
I almost had my tiny whip in it once.
Only
it
once?
is longer than Crystal's. Jesus.
No, mine's braided. That's why it's.
Oh yeah, trying to show off whose hair's longer.
Unless you like, oh,
No, actually, I think mine is longer than Doc's.
I don't know.
Well, it's because she's short, so it's like.
Oh, bullshit! I'm short, so my hair is longer.
Damn straight.
This is the abuse bullshit
It
I
makes
put
up
up
where
with.
it has to.
Oh, Lord. I'm going to turn you all back over. Jeffrey Style, welcome to the craziness,
Joe.
my dear.
We're probably go ahead and end it. This like I said, it's after 10, so we'll let you guys go out, party if you're going party.
But this was.
This is their party.
Yeah. But this was something to kind of show you that you should rebuild your quad at least once a year. Just to really, first off, redo the solders. I mean, some of my wires I was literally breaking off while trying to take it apart. And it just shows you stuff does get brittle after an extended period of time. Your quads will get hot. Wires do get hot, especially if you underwire. And I overwire, and even stuff will still brittling and breaking apart.
I underwire. I'm bad for that. I got to say that. Which I use the 4-in-1s a lot now, but I use 20 gauge on the positive and negative, even on the motors. So, but that's probably on motors good. But I think the SC should definitely have 16. But yeah, underwire. So, but I don't
And
need
you
nothing up.
6S, which is crazy.
Oh, see, Mike's hair is almost down to his goatee.
But yeah, Mike's got some hair on him. But you know I don't run, so you know how my throttle is, right? But I'm not always, well, you know, you fly with me. You don't always hear my quad screaming like that because I'm on and off. And I think that's why. And believe it or not, having those 3 caps on there, I think makes a lot of difference on that energy.
You're not getting as high spikes.
Right. So, but when I start melting wires, it gets that hot and melts the wire. It's like, yeah, it's time to change things.
Yeah, and it was just kind of, tear apart your quad, desolder everything, clean up the solder, and put on new solder. Sorry we didn't get to finish it. It's just extended build. It takes twice as long to, rebuild a quad than it does to build a quad, obviously. So.
And when I was building these quads, like the Chop Shop or on this channel, everyone would say, man, I don't know how you do it. And it's just like, so now I'm seeing more and more and more and more what he means. He's like, I'm just would do this and leave these set for 2 days.
And see, that's what I was talking about while y'all were out there and left me in here.
We're trying to let you entertain and catch up because we've been missing some shows. So let you get acquainted to the show thing again.
These guys know me.
But yeah, like I said, it's running the same rig. I didn't see this where you would have to go through and overhaul it, but running the consecutive rigs, I see it now for sure because I hammer that. My main Falco rig, I hammer it. I beat it badly every time we fly, and it holds up very well. So
I mean, you have to. You're putting like 100 hours on a quad a year. Like I feel like that's a really good number. I mean, you really should rebuild it.
When we go to hopefully next weekend, we're gonna plan on going up to Ilchester next weekend, guys. They're gonna be a blast.
100 hours on a quad.
A train tunnel,
A year.
trestle bridge.
Okay, think about it. 3
creek
minutes
bed.
a pack. How many packs are you running? I run a lot of packs a day. I try to run up.
Yeah, he flies every day.
Yeah, I try to fly every day.
I
So
fly
I know I'm doing
mainly on the weekends.
roughly that. And it's normally on one frame because I favor one frame over the other. So I know that one frame's getting the
I know
majority
that.
of
The
the
one
time.
that got built tonight, right? The one that got rebuilt tonight, right?
Yeah, rebuilt tonight. And that's the frame that gets all the love.
He's like, we start flying together. He's like, damn, you can fly, bro. You just fly like 30 packs a day. I'm like, no, I just fly on the weekends with you. He's like, you got to start flying during the week. I have been flying 2 packs, like kind of during the week.
John, yes, there is
Like,
a place called
Eric's got me
Ilchester,
doing
and this
e-drum.
place is amazing.
Amazing. It's
Oh my God, it has everything. It has the mountains. It has trestle bridges.
beautiful.
It has rivers.
Look it up on
has
YouTube.
creeks. It has abandoned villages. It has abandoned buildings.
if you're familiar with Ellicott City, Maryland, that's where it's at. It's up in that area. But we're gonna have a blast up there. So we're gonna end up getting up. I know Doc gets up early. He has no problem with that.
It's all good. You're driving. He can sleep in the back seat.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
But we're gonna get up with him. We plan on being in his house probably like roughly 6 banging on the door. Earlier than that, maybe.
Yeah.
Earlier than that, then. And we're gonna go up there and spend the whole entire day up this place. And I'm gonna have to charge my 4S packs too. Like all my 6S, all my 4S, but stand up to his ears.
Yeah.
Either that,
I was
you're gonna have
curious
to
if
take
they
a
could
power inverter and charge
It would take
packs.
too long to charge them, maybe. I think
What?
charging them on the road.
I think almost at that point, you might as well charge overnight.
That's what I'm saying.
How the hell you
I
gonna
would
charge
on
overnight if we're up there and you
She's
run out
saying
of
recharge
packs?
while we're up there. That's,
Look, the Magnum's a
You
good
could
sized
bump the
car, but
amps
3
up.
of us sleeping in the Magnum
you can
overnight.
bump the amps up and do it.
Ah,
Actually-
with quads.
Actually, most chargers perform better on DC versus the AC current. So
Well-
yeah, we'll figure something out. I'll take my little Venom or something. The way we can charge. Maybe burn some and then we'll put some on charge while we're flying them. Oh, the print's done. Yay! Now do you believe it's loud? You see how quiet it is now?
No, because
It
the
didn't
exhaust
really
fan is
reduce
still
that
going.
much. Like, I'm gonna be honest.
But
that's
this
just
spot
so quiet.
is beautiful and the train is pretty frequent through there. So
Oh, and has a train tunnel through the
and has a
mountain.
train tunnel. I tell you, if the train comes through while we're there, I am going to nerf the train because I've always loved that part when he did that. It probably will not be as nice as pretty as Nerf's, but I'm gonna do my best.
What do you mean, go underneath of it?
Go underneath of it in between the car, dude. It has to be the right train. It's like a coal train, but I'm gonna be all over that train,
That
bro.
was actually the first
No, you're gonna
FPV
be
video
right
I
there.
watched was Nerf's.
With the train where he went through and under.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That because what it was is
Where he come down the track, went up to the guy, and the guy shut the
because
window.
what it was is when he started the video, he was kind of like in his house and he like threw the quad on the roof, and then he like went through everything, and that was the first FPV video I ever seen in my entire life.
That was like video of the year, dude, of that when he did that. It was
yeah,
crazy.
it was just it popped up on YouTube and I watched it.
Went
and I was
inside
like,
inside the car and was like, you know what I mean, going
Yeah.
front to back.
and I was like, I have no idea what the hell this thing is, and this dude's flying, but I want it and I want it now.
nope.
And
Somebody found it. The Legend of Hell House College of St. Mary's College in Ilchester, Maryland.
Oh yes, who found it, John?
John,
I figured he would. Dude, that's gonna be epic. We're gonna have some good footage. I plan on having
there's
camera
an altar
birds
in
with
the
us.
woods.
So I'll probably have taken the Inspire and the
Because
Spark with us. Get some footage from above.
St.
Let you
Mary's
guys see that
College
too.
Was originally
But yeah, that place is gonna be
a
beautiful.
seminary.
I'd love to power lift
It
the train
started
tunnel,
out
but there's no way.
Seminary.
It's too deep.
Preschool.
seminary,
Only for males.
seminary.
And this guy will
There
finally
was-
fly over water and be
It
comfortable.
started out with only one house. Actually, the way Ilchester started was
It's beautiful.
Ellicott City. The founder of Ellicott City built his house down the road from Ellicott City. He hoped
You ever
that
been down
when the railroad
up that way?
was being built, they would choose Ilchester as the stop. So this guy built a massive house, hotel. Well, they chose Ellicott City as the stop for the railroad instead of Ilchester. So the guy attempted to sell the property, the house, for a long time. Nobody would buy it. Finally, a offset religion, they were actually called the Regulators, bought.
I thought you were gonna say Jehovah's Witnesses.
No, it's an offset of the Catholic religion. They actually bought this house and property, and within, I think it was 2 months, they actually held their first mass on the 3rd floor of this building. They then went on to build a second building, which became the school. Well, over time, they lost funding. It closed in the 70s. Caught fire, one building, then the other building caught fire. Now all that is left after
So
they
what you're
demolished
saying
it
is-
was the altar.
Is there some tasty ghost hunting?
Oh, yes.
Yes, and it's like I saw a little bit of abandon, some graffiti up there. It
So
looks
we
good.
gotta definitely stay the
Cold.
night there.
No, we mixed
Well,
it up.
technically, there is also a haunted tunnel.
I want to do ghost.
Um,
and
that-
I've never done it before, and I'm willing to dump $1,000 on a Sony HD Handycam with infrared.
there is a tunnel
I have
not
plenty of
far
cameras
from
back.
there
We're good.
that has the urban legend of
So,
the
John,
peeping Tom
if you
or
see
the
the
blinking
waterfalls,
lights.
You can go under the waterfalls. You
So-
can go in and go under the
Yes.
waterfalls. When you're standing there, it's just square, like a square. As you're inside, we can fly in the water. Dude, this place is epic. Trust me. We're gonna have a whole entire. We're gonna be up there till dark anyway, so we can hang out.
Like John said, regulators,
It gets 8.
mount up.
You figure, oh hell yeah! And you figure it gets what, dark? 8:30.
Yeah.
We can hang out there till 9 or till 9. It's gonna be dark, and then just do the ghost thing, and then come back. It'll be a late night. That's all. I'm down with it, bro. All day.
You have 3 drivers,
Camp
okay?
out
You
there.
get me on this side of the bridge and I
That's
can drive
my-
us home.
That's my area up there. We're
I
good.
don't like that side of the bridge.
We're good.
And I'm not
It's gonna be
driving
a
on the
fun
bridge
spot.
because we already know how I am with bridges. So
You don't do bridges. No, my grandmother's the same way. She
not
hates
if I
I'm
don't
gonna
have
love the
to.
Trussell Bridge. I want a Trussell Bridge with a creek.
Not
Jeff,
if I
I
don't
love
have
your
to.
area, brother.
But look at this.
This
Okay,
is the
this
closest
is
I can
this
get
is
to
a
that.
spot that I found in Pennsylvania that
And
I
we're gonna
want
be
us to
there,
go
like I
to.
said, not most of the day. We're gonna be there all day. And we got, dude, we got like these.
That's in Milchester too. Oh yeah, baby, duh. When Crystal finds things, she
There's
finds
tons
things.
of stuff up that way. That's why I said. But we'll have like almost the whole day, I believe, in one area.
We gotta like camp out there.
This is Ilchester.
Oh, many weekend trips up there.
No, like,
That
I just want to do like ghost hunting from like like dusk till dawn type deal. I haven't done it, and I was so
I
fascinated
could
with
do it.
it
It would be fun.
because so after paintball died, I needed my adrenaline rush.
I'd like to see something though. That shit would have to happen. Like I definitely want something to go and be like, like.
So we can talk about this after stream's off, but like,
But it's going to be a good place.
that's also
And
really
anybody watching, you guys in their
Oh,
elegant
yeah.
city, check it out, Ilchester. It's a beautiful area, and we're gonna have good shots coming from up there. Like I said, we're gonna spend the whole day up there. We already got like this whatever the place is called. Crystal has like Postmates or something. Like she's got that all set up to have food.
Oh
set up
yeah,
for the
dude,
day.
we've got
We're good.
$100 in gift cards at Postmate too.
Yeah,
so
we're good on food all day, bro.
it's like Grubhub or DoorDash or
So we just
Uber
stay there and they
Eats
bring it
or-
to us.
Yeah. See, that's one of the good things about being a buyer for a company.
I never heard
Kind of
this
like
thing.
get to. The Postmates is more along the lines of big cities.
We say, hey
So,
bro, you
Baltimore,
wanna run down the
Dover,
store and get this for me? I said, "There,
Tampa,
bro."
Miami, all those.
So
have
we
them.
can just stay there and keep flying, put the order in, and just be like, ding ding, your order's here. Oh, hey, how you doing? And orbit the driver, you know what I mean?
Hey, let me fly through your window and destroy the rest of your food in there.
Or I mean, like John said, you could camp out there in a tent. Blair Witch Project.
I would
'cause
love to do
that's
that, but
I
actually
would
right
Totally do that.
around there.
Let's go.
But with Acro and all, we have to come back. We're only like a day trip type thing.
Literally have a son.
I knew he was gonna say that. Rusty, your bun sitting.
I got a tent. Do we still got the tent?
Yes, we still have a tent.
Oh, we need a tent. We got the Magnum sleep, man.
And like the rabbit lives in his room 80% of the time. Anyway.
Right, post out the Magnum. We're definitely gonna have a good time. So we're gonna try to get up there next weekend for sure, guys, and get that in and fly. It's gonna be fun. I'm doing all my 4S. I can have like 35 batteries to do all my 4S and 6S. So if you need 4S batteries, we'll have them.
Look, John
How many
said,
you got?
hell no.
You got quite a few.
24?
24? Shit, you're good. We're good. Between all the 4S I got and the 6, I know the 6 you can't run, but 4, we'll be good. I'll have.
All we'd have to do is slap caps on it and throw the throttle down, and I could fly it.
I'll burn all through my 6S, I'm sure, before I get there.
Yep.
But
So
yeah, it's gonna be fun for sure. Like I said, take some camera burrs and get some footage of it and stuff like that. Definitely fun. But
yeah,
guys,
what one of us can't figure out to get into over the
Oh, yeah,
weekend,
no
the
doubt.
others do for sure.
We'll definitely have our hands full up there. It's beautiful. Like I said, the videos, and you look up the videos, they're just out there. They're beautiful, the area. So, but guys, we're going to go ahead and end this. We appreciate you hanging out with us. It was good to get back on, and we will be back on next week. I want to get up with Liam and
How
have
many
him
weeks
on.
are there in a year?
52. Normally 365 days,
So, in
366 this year.
So in reality, if you fly at least 20 packs a week, if they're 4S, that's 3 minutes a pack. That's 2 hours, or that's 1 hour. No, that's 2 hours a week. 20 packs.
I think I fly 20 a week.
And
Probably.
if you fly
Yeah.
50 weeks, you're flying 100 hours of a trim.
Oh, easy every day if you're running them.
Or no, that's that's if you're running 20 packs a week.
Oh, 20 a week.
Yeah, that's in every week. You are doing over 100 hours
So I do,
a year.
right now I'm doing 14.
That's the point.
I know, but that's,
Most of you guys are flying a whole lot more than
oh,
what you
you didn't
even.
think I was overestimating it.
No, I thought you
I
were
was
severely
underestimating.
underestimating.
Well, I was just trying to give a
So I'm like
number.
14 on the weekend.
That's
normally.
why I'm like, What?
then
I mean, he's
two
got
per day.
14, 15 packs. You're rolling 24 packs, and come on now,
I
$100
just can't
in
burn
a
them
year.
all. If I charge all mine every time we meet up, it's like I don't burn them.
Well, because we end up talking.
Well, not that, and the weather's been like shit here lately.
Yeah.
It's been windy, but when it's warm out, I believe we're gonna have no problem getting through them. But we're
We've
gonna
been
definitely
doing
get
a lot
through
of
'em.
spot balancing. We haven't like
Dude,
stayed in a
when we
spot.
go up Ellicott City, we're gonna hammer those spots up there, and it's gonna be like a multiple weekend thing, I do believe.
And like I said, if we stay the night, then we have ways. And
We'll figure something.
I
out.
think if we can find like a cheap old house battery, you know, like a decent sized big 48, and it'll fit in the back of your car, no problem. I think we could really leech onto that.
Run cable down,
Yeah, well, you would charge
Oh
it while
Lord,
driving,
God help me.
and then that's what
and
your
my battery's in the back too.
yeah, and then you would just need a. You wouldn't even need an inverter. You would just directly hook it up to a charger.
We'll figure something out then. We're
And
gonna
the
do it
house
that way.
battery
I'd love to spend 2
Definitely
days up
charge
there.
packs all day.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the only thing too. Charging, we gotta make sure we can charge.
Oh, that's what I was saying. A house battery. That would be a good cheap solution.
Or just go we'll go sit somewhere and eat some food in a restaurant, plug our charger in.
Yeah. I mean, that's awesome.
We'll get it done. But guys, we're gonna end this. We appreciate you hanging out. I know I said that like 9 times. And
He always repeats himself. Y'all know how this goes. All right, guys.
I have to
Until next time, remember, we love y'all.
rebuild your quads.
Enjoy our hobby.
I gotta find
And
them
get out there and fly.
While it's raining.
Yeah, come
Or
on,
even if it's not.
No, while it's
Fly.
raining. Only while it's raining.
Later, guys. See ya. Have a good one. Peace.